Today's game sponsored by Swift Foods, inspiring extraordinary meals this tailgating season. That fire in your belly? Yeah, it's for meat. Find your spark. Load up on Swift Meats at your local grocer today. The Captains are on their way to the 50, and the Bengals are going with two of the best linebackers in the National Football League. The great combo of Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson.
You know, Dan, there's 9 players in the NFL that have at least 5 forced fumbles and 5 interceptions. They're 2 of the 9 right there. It's unbelievable.
Thought perhaps the Vikings would make Ivan Pace a coin toss captain today, the Cincinnati kid, who was the NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week and is a birthday boy today, but he is not among their captains. Let's listen in to Bill Vinovich for today's coin toss.
Gentlemen. Heads? Tails.
All right.
Minnesota, you were the visitors. What is your call?
Tail, please.
He called tails. It is tails. You're going to defer. You want the ball? Which way you want to kick? Turn it around, please. Cincinnati will receive in the first half. Good luck, gentlemen.
And as always, opening kickoff is presented by Alta Fiber, and it's going to be a good one today, Dan, no question about it. Both these football teams, a lot to play for.
So since the Vikings won the toss and elected to defer, we'll see if the magic carpet ride continues for Bengals quarterback Jake Browning, completing nearly 80% of his passes in his 3 starts.
That's historic. I mean, it's mind-boggling, really. I think Zach Taylor, Brian Callahan, Dan Pitcher should all take a bow as well, the way they've designed game plans and gotten Jake Browning ready to play.
The ruler of the jungle is on the stage, and today it is former Bengals first-round draft pick, Leon Hall. Spent 5 years as a Bengals cornerback, had 26 interceptions, 3 pick sixes, played on 6 playoff teams in 9 years in Cincinnati, and Leon Hall was a big reason why.
Leon Hall, one of the best tacklers at the cornerback position. He was a sure tackler as well as a guy that could make plays like you described, Dan, taking the football away from the opponent.
Greg Joseph getting ready to kick it off for the Minnesota Vikings. Travion Williams standing 1 yard deep in the end zone, hoping for an opportunity to return. With apologies to Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, the Bengals are men in black today. Black jerseys, black pants, orange stripes down the side, black socks, and the iconic orange tiger striped helmet. The Vikings wearing white jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets with the white Viking horn, and we are underway. Travion Williams will not have a chance to run it back. It lands about 8 yards deep in the end zone, and the Bengals will begin from the 25-yard line.
The Vikings have only scored 26 first-quarter points, Dan, which is remarkable, 2 points per game. The Bengals, since Week 5, have scored 62 points, third most in the NFL, 8 touchdowns, tied for second most in the NFL. See if they can get off to another fast start in this game.
The Bengals begin with 3 wide receivers, the Cincinnati three-way. Drew Sample starts at tight end, and the starting running back is Joe Mixon. Chase and Higgins out to the right, Boyd out to the left, and on first down, Jake Browning throws a pass deep for Higgins, and he drops it at the 45-yard line. Went to make a leaping catch, and as he was coming to the ground, the ball popped off his fingertips.
Jake Browning kind of giving him a slide look like that was there. He got behind Evans at corner, safety not there in time to make a play on it. T. Higgins, it just split his hands. He was on his way down, maybe mistimed his jump just a bit, but he'll be the first to tell you got to grab that one.
Chase Brown checks in, and the Bengals have 2 running backs on the field. On 2nd and 10, they throw a screen out to the left. Chase Brown runs to the 30, 35, and the rookie picks up a first down as he makes it out to the 38 for a 13-yard gain.
Well, Bynum, he got to feel the safety for how strong Chase Brown is in his lower body. I mean, he tried to make a hit on Chase Brown and just slid down like a fire pole. I mean, just no way you're going to get him off his feet like that. Low center of gravity, extremely powerful kid.
And he'll stay in the game and be the only running back on 1st and 10 from the 38. Cornerback Byron Murphy little bit shaken up after that play, but he stays in the game. On 1st and 10 from the 38, toss sweep to the right. Chase Brown trying to get to the sideline. Bounced off the initial hit, but he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He is tackled for a 1-yard loss at the 37.
Yeah, Evans tried to unload. Evans thought, I've got him for a big tackle for loss, and he came downhill and he unloaded, and Chase Brown just kind of shucked that like an ear of corn. I mean, right off of him, but still tackle for loss as the Vikings' inside-out pursuit was great.
Daniil Hunter eventually pushed Chase Brown out of bounds. Chase comes out of the game. Joe Mixon checks in. 2nd down and 11. Bengals at their own 37. Browning back to throw. Short pass. Caught by Mitchell Wilcox. Charges up the sideline. Takes a big hit and goes out of bounds just short of the 1st down. He gained 10. Caleb Evans made that big hit, and it's 3rd down and a yard.
On 2nd down and long, they go rush 3, drop 8. They dropped 8 into coverage, and Browning, very patient, checks it down, and catch is made. Yards after catch are executed, and the Bengals find themselves in a 3rd and short.
Bengals go double tight ends on 3rd down and 1. Wilcox on the left side, Sample on the right. Browning is under center. It's a quarterback sneak, and he easily charges forward to move the sticks as Jake Browning is up to the 50-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
If the first play of the game, the catch is made by T. Higgins, they're threatening the red zone already. This is a pretty good drive they've got going. Got to keep it rolling.
Wilcox and Sample come out. Irv Smith Jr. checks in, and the Bengals will go empty. 4 receivers out to the left. T. Higgins out to the right. 5 defenders over the ball for the Vikings. Jake Browning ready for the shotgun snap. He catches. 3-man rush. Browning looking, throwing. Irv Smith Jr. extends the arms, makes the catch. It's a short gain to the 46-yard line. Bynum making the stop for the Vikings, and it's 2nd and 6.
And that's a little bit of a taste of what Brian Flores is about. He had 5, brought 6 up into the box late, then dropped them out, only rushed 4. He's going to play that game with you. He's going to try to disguise his blitz packages. He's going to try to disguise his coverages on the back end. So far, Jake Brown is getting the ball out of his hand very quickly and confidently.
He's 3 out of 4. The only incompletion, the drop by T. Higgins. Mixon in the backfield on 2nd down and 6. Jamar Chase motions to the right. Browning throwing it deep for Jamar Chase. He's got it as he makes an arms extended catch before going out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's an unbelievable throw because Jake Browning got blown up. Free runner right up the gut. And just before he gets hit, he delivers a strike to Jamar Chase. That is unbelievable for Browning to be able to deliver that accurate of football under that much duress.
A 25-yard gain. They spotted at the 21, so the Bengals are just outside of the red zone. Browning in the gun, Mixon off his right hip. 2 receivers left, 1 out to the right. Browning looking at the Vikings defense. A lot of movement up front for Minnesota. And a timeout was called by Cincinnati just before the snap.
Troy Dye is the player that put the hit on Jake Browning, blitzing linebacker.
Troy Dye is the brother of a former Bengal, Tony Dye, who had one of the more interesting careers in Cincinnati Bengals history. He only played in 1 NFL game in his entire career, and he scored a touchdown on a block punt.
Yeah.
In a win over the Cleveland Browns here at Paycor Stadium.
And I'll tell you, there was a mistake, assignment error there. Linebacker between the tackles, coming free runner, untouched to the quarterback. But Jake Browning made up for that mistake with an unbelievable throw, a courageous throw. Knowing that Dye was closing in on him, he knew he was going to get lit up, and he did.
Bengals are making personnel changes coming out of this timeout. Trenton Irwin is going to be in the game for the first time. Chase Brown started to come in, then he turned around and exited, so Joe Mixon is still the running back. Jamar Chase goes out to the left. T. Higgins and Trenton Irwin out to the right. Now Higgins goes in motion out to the left. Jake Browning hands it off. Joe Mixon firing forward. He's inside the 20 and down to the 17 for a 4-yard gain.
Joe Mixon will hurt you between the tackles. There's no question about that. I mean, this guy runs behind his pads with a low center of gravity, a good body lean. He'll thump you between the tackles.
Caleb Evans in on the stop there. 2nd down and 6. The Bengals' opening drive has taken 4.5 minutes off the clock so far. They have it at the 17 of Minnesota. Cincinnati started back at the 25. Browning in the gun, Mixon to his right. Jake has the football. Looking left, throws left. Caught by Tanner Hudson. The ball comes out. The Minnesota Vikings scoop it up. And we'll see if it's a fumble or if Tanner Hudson was down.
Yeah.
And he was ruled down. Short of the first down, not by much. He's down at the 12, about 1 yard short of a Bengals first down.
Now remember, the Bengals have been unbelievable with respect to ball security. 7 fumbles on the season, tied for second fewest in the league. 2 lost fumbles, tied for fewest in the league. So ball security has been their best friend, and he's definitely down. His entire backside is on the ground before the ball comes out with the second hit.
The Bengals have a 3rd and 1 conversion on this drive already. They're trying for another. 3rd down and 1 at the 12. Browning under center. Stomps his foot. Tanner Hudson is looking to throw after taking the ball from Browning, and he's going to lose yardage as the Bengals tight end is knocked out of bounds at the 16. A trick play on 3rd down and 1 at the 12. An end around to a tight end who did play quarterback growing up. He was going to throw the ball, couldn't find an open receiver, and got knocked out of bounds.
If he threw it to Jake Browning, it's a touchdown. Jake Browning's all by himself. If he throw back pass to Jake Browning's at the numbers. Nobody's near him. He never did look in that direction, though.
So the Bengals will have to settle for a field goal attempt, a 34-yard try from the right hash for Evan McPherson. Cal Adamitis will snap it. Rookie punter Brad Robbins will hold. Robbins with his right knee on the field turf. He catches the long snap, puts the ball down. The kick is knocked through by Evan McPherson. And the Bengals score on their opening possession to take a 3-0 lead. We have a timeout with 8:41 left in the first quarter. Cincinnati 3, Minnesota about to get the ball for the first time here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Football fans, take advantage of the biggest discounts of the season right now during the 2023 model year-end clearance at Mike Castrucci Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Fairfax. Get 20% off the sticker every 2023 Compass, Renegade, and Gladiator. That's right, no exceptions. 20% off the sticker. That's your deal now during the model year-end clearance only at Mike Castrucci Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Fairfax.
Looking to switch your phone service? Check out Boost Infinite Wireless. Its new technology switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you anywhere, anytime. And you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. So switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
You already know when your document halts, call Waltz. But we don't stop at printers. We tailor solutions for the way you work. If aging technology and manual processes are slowing you down, or you're tired of working in the 90s, maybe it's time for digital transformation. Bring order to the chaos and unlock your team's potential with automated workflows and scanning services at waltzbusiness.com. The official document solutions provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedelec.com.
The Bengals start the game with an 11-play, 59-yard drive. It ends in a field goal by Evan McPherson. It took more than 6 minutes off the clock, and those details are brought to you by ProLink. Together, ProLink will help you find your next job. Apply at prolinkworks.com. 3rd and 1 from the 12. The Bengals tried a tight end reverse pass, which will be easy to criticize since it did not work.
Yeah, I mean, 3rd and 1 at the 12-yard line. As a former offensive lineman, I'd be like, let's roll. Let's run the football. Joe Mixon is between the tackles. He's the 4th in the National Football League since 2017 with 5,373 yards. Give it to the big man.
Here comes the kickoff from Evan McPherson, the shifty Brandon Powell waiting in the end zone. He will not have a chance to run it back, and the Vikings will start from the 25-yard line.
I will say, though, that Jake Browning looked very sharp executing that drive. Thought that he made good decisions, got the ball out of his hand quickly, showed courage in the pocket. It was all good.
So for the first time this year, Nick Mullins takes the field as the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins started the first 8, tore his Achilles. Jaron Hall started 1, suffered a concussion. Joshua Dobbs started the last 4. He's been ineffective the last few weeks. Nick Mullins in there today. Ty Chandler is the starting running back. On 1st and 10 from the 25, it's a delayed handoff to Chandler, and the former North Carolina Tar Heel picks up 8, running off the right side. Jermaine Pratt making the stop.
Well, I'll tell you, the left guard got off the ball in a heartbeat. I mean, that was coming off the ball like you meant it. I thought for a second he might have been called for a little bit early, but no.
Double tight ends in there for the Vikings. They're both on the left side of the offensive line, and now they will both motion and line up to the right. Justin Jefferson out to left, out to the left. Chidobe Awuzie on him. It's a handoff to Chandler, spins away from Sam Hubbard in the backfield, and stumbles forward very close to the first down, but it looks like they might mark him inches short.
They got the Bengal down on his backside at the 37-yard line. Medical attention comes flying off the Bengals sideline. I mean, in a heartbeat.
DJ Reader is the player that's down for Cincinnati, and the crowd gets quiet here at Paycor Stadium.
Sam Hubbard takes his helmet off and takes a knee right away.
We'll take a timeout as the medical staff takes a look at the great DJ Reader. Cincinnati leading 3-0, middle of the first quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
R&L Carriers has immediate career opportunities nationwide. Looking for a career in the transportation and logistics industry? R&L Carriers has openings for line haul and city drivers, freight handlers, mechanics, clerical, and much more. Just visit careers.rlc.com or call 866-200-1600 to start your rewarding career today. Enjoy perks such as company-owned resorts exclusively for our employees, full benefits, and top competitive pay. Be a part of a team that is a leader in the logistics industry. Visit careers.rlc.com or call 866-200-1600 today.
Toyota Thon is on. It's time to celebrate this year-end event in an exciting new Toyota. With more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. Now through January 2nd, Toyota is offering $1,000 APR cash on any new gas-powered 2024 Camry when financed with approved credit through TFS. Plus, every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance. Get details at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Introducing the 50, 100, 500 scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery, a much cleaner way of winning. We precision-crafted 3 perfect increments of cash, $50, $100, and $500, and created the only game that pays exclusively in those amounts. Ideal for dining foods, clothing wear, stereophonics, whatever your heart desires. The simplicity is breathtaking. Play 50, 100, 500, and transform how you feel about winning. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit Bengals.com/broadcast for date, time, and station.
One of the Bengals' best defensive players, DJ Reader, has just been taken off the field on a cart and being taken to the locker room. DJ was on the field after the play. He was eventually helped to a sitting position by the training staff, then helped to his feet. One by one, his teammates came over to tap him on the helmet and offer support. Eventually, all of the defensive players, even the ones who are not in the game, came out onto the field to surround that cart and offer their best wishes to DJ Reader. And the Bengals will go the rest of this game without one of the best run stoppers in the NFL.
Well, DJ just looked like he was taking on a blocker and planted that right foot, and it looked like his right knee just buckled. His right knee just gave out on him.
Josh Tupou replaces DJ Reader in the middle of the Bengals defensive line. It's 3rd and inches. The Vikings run a quarterback sneak. and Nick Mullins gets enough to continue the drive for Minnesota.
Well, now you're down a man inside, Josh Tupou. You have one interior defensive lineman, Zach Carter. So you have basically a 3-man rotation instead of a 4-man rotation inside. Maybe Cam Sample will share some snaps inside as well. He can do that. They've played him inside as well as out.
3-0 Cincinnati, 7 minutes to go first quarter. Mullins under center, Ty Chandler lined up behind. On 1st and 10, play action fake and a deep drop. Here's a throw over the middle, and a sliding catch is made by the great Justin Jefferson for a Vikings first down at the Cincinnati 47-yard line.
And trying to make a play on it was Jermaine Pratt at the linebacker level, and behind him was Nick Scott. But the ball was thrown perfectly. I mean, it was a well-timed throw. The route was extraordinary. Jefferson runs tremendous routes and got it there before the linebacker, Pratt, could make a play.
He's missed about half of the year with injuries, most notably a hamstring injury. That was a 17-yard catch. Vikings have a fullback in the game. They hand it to the tailback. Chandler finds a nice hole between the hash marks and picks up 8 down to the Cincinnati 39-yard line. Minnesota's missing its starting running back today, Alexander Madison. Ty Chandler, next man up on the depth chart, and he's off to a good start.
And they're having trouble running the ball. They're 27th in the NFL.
On 2nd down and 2, they give it to Chandler again, and he's going to get exactly what he needs for the first down. Picks up about 2.5, and the Vikings will have a first down at the Cincinnati 36.5. Cam Sample made the stop.
27th in the NFL in yards per game, 25th in the NFL in yards per carry. But they're got the mentality, hey, we have a quarterback that we want to balance things up, get a running game going, so play action pass and all the things that the Bengals have done with Jake Browning, the Vikings want to do with Mullins.
3 receivers out to the left. Now Justin Jefferson will motion to the right. Addison and Powell are out to the left. Here's a pass. It is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, and he's tackled after a 9-yard pickup at the Cincinnati 27.
That's a big matchup today. He's got more catches than any other tight end in the NFL, and he's got more third down catches than any other tight end in the NFL. And the Bengals give up the most catches and the most yards of any defense in the NFL to tight ends.
On 2nd down and 1, the Vikings run a quarterback sneak, and Nick Mullins, who is not a huge quarterback, but big enough, 6 feet, 210 pounds, lurched forward and picked up the first down to the 25-yard line.
Minnesota Vikings answering the Bengals drive with a pretty proficient one of their own. Bengals stalled in the red zone at the 12-yard line. Let's see what the defense can do here with the Vikings.
The ball just got moved back a yard, so it's 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 26. We're down to 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 Cincinnati. Mullins under center. Chandler 7 yards behind, hands on knees. 2 tight ends in the game for Minnesota. Mullins hands it off. Chandler starts left, cuts back up the middle, and Logan Wilson drags him down, but it's another good run. Vikings are giving Cincinnati fits in the running game as that play picked up 8.
Yeah, and they're going north and south. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings offensive line doing a pretty good job of reestablishing the line of scrimmage. That was just basically a little inside zone play right there. Double with the center, left guard, right guard gets cut off block and just gains big yards up the gut. 7
runs, 2 passes so far in this drive for Minnesota. On 2nd down and 2, they give it to Chandler again, and he does not get the first down. He got 1, but he's 1 yard short at the 17-yard line.
You know, I'm sure Coach O'Connell challenged his offensive line. They're playing without their starter right tackle, Brian O'Neill. A couple of other guys are nicked up. Said, it's going to be on you guys. You got to get it done up front. Can't put the burden of responsibility on our quarterback.
C.J. Ham checks in at fullback, but he's going to line up out to the left as a receiver. Now he will motion in behind the QB. Play action, fake and a rollout. Here's a pass caught by Ty Chandler. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's tackled short of the goal line by Jermaine Pratt. They will mark him out at the 1 yard line.
Boy, little rollout play action pass after running the ball so effectively. That opens up so much of your offense. Change the launch point for the quarterback. Easy throw, easy completion. First and goal.
Bengals are going to bring in 4 new bodies on defense, including Marcus Bailey, who's been good in the past in close to the goal situations. It is first and goal. Miles Murphy sprinting out onto the field as well.
Yeah, no, 4 came in and 5 went out, and then he went back in.
On first and goal from the 1, it's a handoff to Chandler. And Chandler's in for the Vikings touchdown. He ran off the right side, got grabbed about the waist at the 1-yard line, but managed to pull the ball across the goal line.
Boy, they came out ready to play offensively there. That looked way too easy, rolling down the football field like they did with so many yards on the ground. They were outstanding on first down. I mean, they gained 8, 17, 7, 9, 8. I mean, their worst snap was 7 yards on 5 first down snaps, and a lot of them were runs.
7 carries, 30 yards on the opening drive for Ty Chandler, including a 1-yard touchdown. Joseph's PAT is good, and the Vikings have pulled ahead. We have a timeout, 2:23 left in the first quarter. 7-3 Minnesota here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking.
If you're still looking for a last-minute gift, pick up wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Now through January 1st, buy 4 washes, get 2 free on our top 3 washes. Wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Great value, great gifts. 39 locations, open daily, 7 to 9.
Touchdown! Bengals!
Are you ready to rule the jungle? Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are on sale for all home games when purchased through the Bengals.
With one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports, there is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium. Limited single-game tickets remain.
Don't wait. For tickets, go to Bengals.com to claim your seats before they're all gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
White Claw delivers a wave of pure refreshment in a variety of flavors. From the originals, black cherry and mango, to new flavors like passion fruit and blackberry. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process, White Claw brings a crisp taste with 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and 2 grams of carbs. Check out your favorite retailer in-store or online for White Claw variety packs, single flavor packs, and single-serve cans. Bring the wave with White Claw Hard Seltzer. Please drink responsibly. Hard Seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Don't miss the Bengals' new all-access show from the jungle this season. Visit Bengals.com/TV for the full schedule. The Minnesota Vikings did not score a touchdown last week. They didn't need a touchdown last week. They beat the Raiders 3-0, the lowest scoring game in the NFL in 16 years. Well, they got a touchdown on their opening drive today, and it was impressive. 12 plays, 75 yards, most of them runs, and the Vikings have a 7-3 lead.
And the game before that, they lost 12-10 to Chicago. So they scored 1 touchdown in the last 8 quarters of play. And opening drive in this one, they go down the football field and punch it in.
2:23 left in the first. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network, Joseph kicks off. Travion Williams moving to his left, but he will not catch it or return it. And the Bengals' second drive will start from the 25-yard line.
Well, the DJ Reader injury is a right knee injury. Looked like, he planted while he was being blocked, and that knee just buckled on him. He will not be returning to this football game. So you lose your best run defender, and you lose a hell of a leader on this football team.
Chasen Boyd out to the left, Higgins out to the right. Mixon, the running back, on 1st and 10 from the 25. Mixon lined up to the right of Jake Browning, who says, kill, 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 kill. Changing from play number 1 to play number 2. He looks to throw. Fires it toward the left sideline. Incomplete. Miscommunication between Browning and Boyd, as that ball was thrown much further toward the sideline than the route run by Tyler Boyd, and the nearest person was actually a Vikings DB.
Yeah, that one was interesting. That one just, I don't know if it sailed on him or slipped out of his hand, or he didn't like what he saw, so he just basically threw it away. I mean, he's a lot more accurate than that, obviously.
2nd and 10, the Bengals at their own 25, trailing 7-3. Boyd motions out wide to the left. Browning in the gun. Kara snaps it back. It's a handoff to Mixon. Nice hole up the middle. And Joe rambles for an 8-yard gain. Runs to the 33, setting up 3rd down and 2.
Mentioned it on the first drive. Joe's 4th in the National Football League since 2017. Yards rushing between the tackles. That's Joe Mixon right there. Finishing, running with power, running with authority, running with body lean.
Dye and Harrison Smith combining on the tackle. And a big 3rd down and 2 play coming up. Chasing Boyd out to the left. Tanner Hudson and T. Higgins out to the right. Drew Sample in the backfield to block for Jake Browning. Boyd goes in motion. Browning drops back to throw. Scanning the field, his pass incomplete. Pressure was on Jake Browning, and he one-hopped to throw in the direction of T. Higgins.
Yeah, Ivan Pace Jr. was in position there to make a play on it, but it hit the ground before it reached him.
Ivan Pace had a game-clinching interception last week. The former Coleraine Cardinal, Miami Redhawk, and UC Bearcat. He was the American Athletic Conference Player of the Year on the defensive side, while starring for Cincinnati a year ago, the first unanimous All-American in UC football history. Brad Robbins into punt. His right-footed punt, he launches a good one, a spiral that will be tracked down and caught near the sideline around the 16-yard line, and Powell, the returner, goes out of bounds at the 18. That was one of the better punts of the year. A 51-yarder with good hang time and just a 2-yard return.
DJ Ivy's injured. DJ Ivy making the tackle as he goes out of bounds. Injury being checked on the sideline by the Bengals medical people again.
We'll take a timeout. 1:22 remaining in the first quarter. The Vikings have a 7-3 lead, and Minnesota will have the ball when we come back on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
At AltaFiber, connection is more than just internet. It's where heightened experiences meet expanded opportunities. Where fiber technology elevates everything, from entertainment to education. Where the people, places, and things you love most are always within reach. Fiber can take you there. Where will it take you? AltaFiber is proud to be the official internet and Wi-Fi provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Learn more at altafiber.com. AltaFiber, elevating connection.
Ring in the holiday season with Toyotathon at Beachmont Toyota. Whether you're shopping for a car, truck, SUV, or hybrid, we have great offers just a few clicks away with SmartPath. Browse up-to-date inventory with current pricing and never miss out on savings. Find the perfect vehicle, customize your terms, and complete your purchase. Unlock Toyotathon's end-of-the-year deals just in time for the holidays. Visit us online or at Beachmont Toyota today.
Every day at Kettering Health, we give everything it takes to empower the best in you. From fighting cancer through advanced technology to outstanding doctors who care about you, not only as a patient, but as a person. With us, you'll always find the right care to meet your needs. Learn how we're partnering with the Cincinnati Bengals to care for the community at ketteringhealth.org/Bengals. Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
1:22 left in the first quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Minnesota leading Cincinnati 7-3. With the obvious exception of Joe Burrow, Cincinnati is one of the healthier teams in the NFL, but that streak has not continued here in the first quarter. At the 7:46 mark, DJ Reader left on a cart. And now, rookie cornerback and special teams ace DJ Ivey is about to leave on a cart with 1:22 left in the first.
Looked like he kind of hyperextended his right ankle a little bit as he was trying to make a play on the sideline, and so he's got a lower extremity injury. I think it's more of an ankle than a knee. Looks like.
KJ Osborne, his former college teammate at the University of Miami, just came walking across the field to offer support to DJ Ivey, a really likable kid. Sad to see him have to exit the field on a cart late in the first quarter.
Well, he's in tears, so it might be a knee injury. Maybe he locked up on the turf as well and suffered some sort of a knee injury. You hate to see a guy leave the football field in tears like that.
He has just pulled the front of his jersey over the front of his face to shield those tears from the crowd and from the TV cameras. The Vikings ball at the 19. This will be the second drive of the game for Minnesota. The Vikings started the game with a 12-play, 75-yard touchdown drive to pull ahead 7-3. Nick Mullins under center, double tight ends in the game. On first down, he'll hand it off to Ty Chandler. Tries to bounce it out wide to the left, and Miles Murphy, the Bengals' first-round pick this year out of Clemson, was there to make the tackle after a 3-yard run.
They pulled the right guard and right tackle. It was a counter play. Bengals played that one a little bit better in terms of turning it back inside and playing gap control responsibility. That was probably the worst first down snap of the game so far for the Vikings.
Justin Jefferson out to the left. Jordan Addison and KJ Osborne out to the right. TJ Hawkinson also in the game. Second down and 7. Mullins extends the hands, catches the shotgun snap, cocks the arm, looks around, jumps up in the air, comes down, and now throws an incomplete pass near the feet of running back Ty Chandler.
Man, I'll tell you, he was in the pocket, seemed like all day long. Mullins was jumping like a Mexican jumping bean and trying to find somebody to throw it to, and the coverage was outstanding. Finally had to just pretty much throw it away. That was just good coverage down the football field.
Big play here, third down and 7. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. The Vikings at their own 22. They'll go with an empty backfield. Now C.J. Ham is going to motion into the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Dax Hill coming on a blitz. Mullins hit by Pratt and sacked at the 12-yard line. Jermaine Pratt got there first. Trey Hendrickson moments later, and the Vikings will have to punt from their end zone.
Well, he sent Nick Scott. He sent Pratt. Trey Hendrickson's coming off that edge. And they only had 2 blockers for 3 rushers. And they let the inside rusher, Pratt, go. And they fanned for the other 2. So now all of a sudden Pratt is a free run to the quarterback, and you're going to get a quarterback sack every time on that one.
Charlie Jones back to return the punt from a guy with a strong leg but unusual physique for a punter, and we'll tell you more about him when the second quarter gets underway because the first quarter has just come to an end. Our score, Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Are you ready to go all in on the NFL's next big game? With On Location, you get it all. All the access, all the exclusives, all the VIP experiences you want all season long. From 50-yard line seats at Super Bowl 58 in Vegas to VIP pre-games, post-games, and everything in between, it's all yours when you're on location. Check out our VIP experiences lineup at NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. That's NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. Go all in on location.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Every day at Kettering Health, we give everything it takes to empower the best in you. From fighting cancer through advanced technology to outstanding doctors who care about you, not only as a patient, but as a person. With us, you'll always find the right care to meet your needs. Learn how we're partnering with the Cincinnati Bengals to care for the community at ketteringhealth.org/Bengals. Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's one thing I love more than sports, and that's the place where I watch my sports. Wings and Rings, of course. Club-level experience, a chef-inspired menu, and the most crave-worthy wings. 12 Cincinnati locations. Wings and Rings, an official sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3 as we get set for the start of the second quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Started to mention the physique of the Vikings punter, who's just about ready to punt it away from his own goal line to begin the second quarter. His name is Ryan Wright. I was listening to a Minnesota talk show this week. They referred to him as the portly punter. He is 6'3", 245 pounds. They generally don't look like that.
They don't. And he's got himself a nice little roll there at the midsection. I like that.
He's got a big leg.
He does have a big leg.
Charlie Jones waiting back at the 39 to return for Cincinnati. The Bengals trailing 7-3. Right 1 yard deep in his own end zone. Here comes the snap. Puts his right foot into the ball and launches it a long, long way. Wow. Charlie Jones all the way back to the 29. Now he runs back across the field. He's at the 35, angling toward the sideline and chased out of bounds near the 40-yard line. A 58-yard punt, but an 11-yard return. And the Bengals will have a good drive start as a result.
And just got an update, an unfortunate update on DJ Ivey. His is a left knee injury. DJ Reader, a right knee injury. Both of them are out for the rest of the football game. And, just thoughts and prayers with both those guys.
The Red Bull rookie, Mr. Instant Energy, Chase Brown, on the field for this first down play. The Bengals will begin from the 39 officially. They trail 7-3. Jake Browning in the gun. Boyd goes in orbit motion behind the QB. Browning fakes to him, screens it to the left. Caught over the shoulder. Chase Brown sprinting forward, does a 360-degree spin, and Evans gets him out of bounds after a nice gain to pick up of 8.
Fake throwing it out to the right, screen pass to the left. Chase Brown got out ahead of his lineman. Lineman really couldn't do much for him in terms of blocking on that particular snap, and he just got to the sideline and got as much as he could, second and short.
Really good touch on that throw by Jake Browning.
Feathered it. He layered that bad boy, you're right.
Second down and 1 officially, with the ball close to the 48-yard line. Jake Browning moves under center, takes the direct snap, hands it off, and Chase Brown will pick up the first down. Not a big gain, but he only needed a yard, and it looks like he's got it. I think he's got it. They are moving the sticks.
Big pile of humanity there on the Bengals logo, right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line, and getting up and limping back to the huddle. Is that Kappa? Kappa's limping. Kappa's not doing well. He's going to have to come out of the football game. Jeez.
Cody Ford walking out onto the field. So Cody Ford, who's played some tackle this year, is going to come in there and play guard.
Looks like a right ankle the way Alex Kapp is leaving the football field. He's bending that knee pretty well, but he's limping off of that right ankle.
So we are at the 13:48 mark of the second quarter. 2 Bengals have exited on the back of a cart, and now Alex Kapp is going into the blue medical tent.
Well, you lose your run-stuffing nose tackle. You lose DJ Ivey on the back end, who's playing more and more snaps as well as special team snaps, playing defensive snaps. Now you lose your starting right guard, Alex Kappa. My goodness, this is crazy.
First and 10, Bengals at their own 49-yard line. Jake Browning's going to be under center for this first down snap. Turns left, fakes a handoff to Chase Brown. Now screens it to Chase Brown. He's got a little bit of room to operate. Tried to split 2 defenders. He got tackled by Harrison Smith at the 45. A gain of 6. And the Bengals are in Vikings territory for the second time today.
Pretty crazy because Chase Brown was not a guy that caught the ball at Illinois. I mean, he ran it 41 times in a football game, but he is more than capable. He's got good hands, runs good routes out of the backfield. He's a capable receiver.
2nd down and 4. Jake Browning will drop back into the gun. Tightly bunched formation. He's back to throw. Pump fakes, in trouble. Manages to throw the ball toward the sideline. There's a penalty flag down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know what the officials, the umpire saw there. He might have seen a hold going on up in front of Jake Browning. Didn't look like anybody grabbed Browning illegally as they got there. They're sorting it out. It's holding on the Bengals.
Holding, offense number 30. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
Chase Brown and blitz pickup. A little difficulty there.
As they were giving Kevin O'Connell his options, the head coach for the Vikings, it looked like he was also arguing that should have been grounding, which would have been a more advantageous penalty for the Vikings.
Chase Brown tackled Pace Jr. I mean, that one was pretty flagrant. He got both hands outside the framework of the body. That's not a bad little rep for a tackling drill.
So the Bengals are backed up to their own 45, and it's 2nd down and 14. 7 defenders right up over the ball. Now 2 back up. Here's a short pass. It is caught by Jamar Chase, and he'll be tackled for a loss on the play. They tried to get it into his hands quickly, and Byron Murphy was all over it, made the tackle for a loss.
Boy, Byron Murphy came downhill and closed on that thing. Drew Sample was out there trying to throw a block, but never had an opportunity to get it done. I mean, he's trying to pick him off of the play, but that was just Byron Murphy was so aggressive. Got upfield on Drew Sample right now and took Jamar Chase to the turf.
So it was 2nd down and 4 at the 45. Now it's 3rd down and 15, and the Bengals are backed up to their own 44. They trail 7-3, 12 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Browning catches the shotgun snap, 3-man rush, 8 in coverage, deep ball. Charlie Jones is open, and Chuck Sizzle can't quite catch up to the deep throw from Jake Browning. It was about a foot too far. Otherwise, it's a Bengals touchdown.
Man, he's got him beaten by at least 5 yards. Down the middle of the football field he goes. The Minnesota Vikings break the coverage. I mean, everybody squats on underneath routes. Safeties, corners, nobody is staying with Charlie Jones on the deep ball. Just slightly overthrown outside of the fingertips.
You know, there was a little bit of a stretch there watching the replay where Charlie Jones wasn't running full speed. I wonder if it was the throw or if it was the route that caused the incompletion. Here comes the punt from Robbins. Another very, very high punt. Fielded by Powell at the 7. Runs toward the far sideline. Penalty flag down as he's chased.
This stream is sponsored by AutoZone. Car starting slow? AutoZone has free battery testing and charging to help get you back on the road. The fast and accurate tests only take a minute and it's free. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
iPhone every year. So switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
How much advising is your advisor actually doing? Mike McConnell here. In fact, most advisors spend less than 54% of their time on their client's business. My friends at Allworth think you're worth more. That's why their advisors are full-time and fully dedicated to you, so you can expect the advice and attention your money deserves. This is your financial future we're talking about here, so give Allworth a call at 833-GO-ALLWORTH to schedule your free consultation with a Cincinnati area advisor today. Or visit allworthfinancial.com.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching. Better with Pepsi.
Honda savings are on during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands with 0.9% financing on the 2023 Honda Ridgeline, with 2 years of complimentary maintenance included, oil changes, tire rotations, and more. Holiday inventory is here. Get 0.9% financing, plus 2 years of scheduled maintenance on us. Happy Honda Days is on. Search your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/24.
Fifth Third is proud to be the official bank of the Bengals and to offer exclusive perks with Bengals banking. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals.
Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3. 11:44 left in the half here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Jake Browning, 8 out of 12 for 71 yards. Just missed an opportunity for a 50-plus touchdown pass to Charlie Jones. Just a tiny bit beyond the grasp of the rookie wide receiver from Purdue.
First quarter, the Vikings had scored 26 points coming into today's game. 2 touchdowns and the rest field goals for 26 points. And that was in the first 13 games of the season. They put one on the board here against the Bengals to take the 7-3 lead.
Kene Nwanwu in at running back for the Minnesota Vikings on 1st and 10 from the 16. Nick Mullins under center, tapping both sides of his helmet. 5 defensive linemen in the game for Cincinnati. It's a handoff to Nwanwu, nice. And he is smashed to the ground near the line of scrimmage. Tupou was there. B.J. Hill was there. It's a gain of 1 for Nwanwu.
Yeah, and Logan Wilson as well. I mean, it was a wall. It was an entire wall of Bengal defenders. Nice effort right there at the line of scrimmage, hitting the right gaps.
Just the 5th carry of the year for Nwanwu. He is number 3 on the depth chart at running back for Minnesota. 2nd and 9. Mullins will throw. His pass over the middle. Should have been intercepted. Dax Hill broke on the ball, cut in front of Justin Jefferson, and did not make the INT.
Boy, he came on it. He came downhill like a flash when he decided to turn on the jets and get in front of Jefferson, closing on that football. Man, just a tick-off today. Everything's just a tick-off at this point.
In college, Nick Mullins threw 46 interceptions in 44 games. He is prone to giving you opportunities. C.J. Ham in the game to block for the quarterback. 3rd down and 9. Mullins with a long count, and there's a penalty flag down. Movement on the Vikings.
Ball start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty to 3rd down.
The Bengals had the line of scrimmage loaded up, and Ed Ingram flinched. They had 7 up there, and they were trying to time it up. Come off that football. As soon as that ball moves, get off the football with as many people as you can.
3rd down and 14. The Vikings at their own 12-yard line. Mullins waiting for the shotgun snap from Garrett Bradbury. The Bengals rush 3 and cover with 8. Here's a throw over the middle. Hawkinson with the catch. Splits 3 defenders and runs for the 1st down out to the 27-yard line.
Man, Battle and Wilson combined for the catch, for the tackle, I should say, but not until the catch and run moves the chains. I mean, talked about the Bengals giving up more catches and more yards to tight ends than any defense in the National Football League, and Hawkinson has more catches than any tight end in the NFL.
Hawkinson was the 8th pick in the draft for a reason. That was a heck of a play. First and 10 from the 28. Hilton coming on a corner blitz. Short pass caught by Osborne. Tracked down and tackled nicely by Logan Wilson at the 31-yard line.
Well, Mike Hilton went airborne just over his fingertips. Could not quite knock that ball, deflect that pass from Mullen.
The Vikings line up quickly on 2nd down and 7 from their own 31. Now Mullins gesturing toward the sideline and talking to his teammates, including Justin Jefferson. Had a brief conversation with him. Mullins is ready, takes the snap, fakes a handoff, has time, throws short, caught by another of the tight ends, Oliver, and he is going to rumble for a first down as he makes it out to the 43-yard line for a 13-yard gain.
Josh Oliver, 6'5", 260-pounder. He just basically comes across the football field, a shallow cross late, and presents himself as an available target. Nice scheme. Bengals never picked him up as he crossed the entire field.
Alex Kappa just came out of the medical tent, and he is rejoining his spot among the offensive linemen on the bench, so it looks like he's okay.
New tape job.
First and 10 from the 43 for the Vikings. Play action fake. Mullins with time. Fires. Caught at the Cincinnati 39-yard line. And rookie Jordan Addison, the former Biletnikoff winner when he was a star at Pitt, gets tackled at the 38.
Minnesota Vikings offensive line doing a pretty good job of giving Mullins time and space. Again, 6 feet tall. You got to get in his face a little bit better than that. You can't have all that separation. He had all kinds of room to look down the football field and survey it.
19 yards on that throw to Addison. The biggest passing play of the day so far for Mullins and the Vikings. They have marched to the Cincinnati 38. They started at their own 16. Here's a toss to the right. Chandler down to the 30.
Tell you, they're coming off the line of scrimmage pretty well. The Minnesota Vikings offensive line, they are controlling the pits. The trenches are being won right now by Minnesota.
Another 8-yard run for Ty Chandler, and it sets up 2nd down and 2 from the 30-yard line of Cincinnati. Mullins on 2nd and 2, fakes to Chandler, wants to throw. His pass caught, and it'll be a first down. Johnny Munt, another of the tight ends with the catch, is tackled by Dax Hill at the 27 of Cincinnati.
You know, you go back in this drive and you say, boy, if Dax Hill could have secured that football, you know, Mullins is going to give you chances, but you can't let them fall to the ground. You got to take full advantage of them. You got to finalize, and couldn't quite do it there.
57 yards so far on this drive for Minnesota. First and 10 at the Cincinnati 27. The Vikings lead it 7-3. Minnesota throws it backward to Justin Jefferson.
On the ball.
He throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended for K.J. Osborne. The beginning of the play was a little bit off. The timing a little bit off. That made the throw difficult for wide receiver Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, the throw to Jefferson, that's a lateral. That's a backward pass. So if it's not handled properly, if he drops this football, that's a fumble. And he did secure it to no avail.
2nd down and 10 at the Cincinnati 27-yard line. Addison and Jefferson out to the left, double tight ends out to the right. Mullins hands it off. Chandler started left, cuts back toward the middle, and gets tackled after a short gain. Picked up about 2 down to the 25. Cam Sample is there for Cincinnati, and a big 3rd down and 8 play is coming up.
Got to get off the field right here defensively and limit this to nothing more than a field goal opportunity coming into the football game. 40.2% on 3rd down, 13th in the NFL is the Vikings offense.
Nick Scott in, Jordan Battle out. The Bengals showing pressure. They have 7 defenders up near the line. Mullins in the gun. He's got C.J. Ham, the fullback, with him in the backfield. Looks like Dax Hill is blitzing. Mullen gets rid of the ball. Great catch by Hawkinson, reaching back behind his body to haul it in, and he's down to the 15-yard line for a first down.
They are now 4 for 5 on third down. 4 for 5. And man, that was good job by the quarterback to get the ball out of his hand quickly. The Bengals sent more than the Vikings could block, and he stood in there and took the hit from Zach Carter and delivered the ball. And boy, like you said, the fingertip catch, reaching behind him. Hawkinson, big play.
3 catches, 35 yards for Hawkinson. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Chandler back in at running back. Mullins takes the snap, hands it off, and Cincinnati is in the backfield. Mike Hilton blows up the play and tackles Chandler for a 1-yard loss.
Slot corner blitz on first down. Good call against the run or the pass. If it's a pass, he's going to pressure the quarterback. If it's a run, he's going to be unblocked and do exactly what he did. Take the running back off his feet. 9
tackles for loss this year for the great Mike Hilton. 2nd down and 11 in the red zone at the Cincinnati 16. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Vikings lead at 7-3. Mullins in the gun. Short drop. Looking left. Now scrambling up the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. A 1-yard gain on the play. Chidobe Awuzie was there, and it's 3rd down and 10.
The Minnesota Vikings are balling up the interior of the Cincinnati Bengals pass rush. You know, the thing about DJ Reader, he is a great run defender and underrated in his pass rush. I mean, he moves the pocket. He puts the pocket, pushes it back in the quarterback's face with regularity.
The Bengals go with their dime defense. Jalen Davis and Nick Scott check in. Trips out to the left, Hawkinson out to the right. Mullins looking, throwing, intercepted at the goal line. Mike Hilton running it back. He stumbles and goes down at the 17-yard line, and the Bengals get a red zone takeaway.
That's the 11th time the opponent has been in the red zone and come away with no points. Be it takeaway, be it 4th down stop. Unbelievable. That leads the National Football League. What a play by Mike Hilton.
We've got a timeout. 4:06 left in the half. The Bengals dodge a bullet thanks to Mike Hilton. The score is 7-3 Minnesota. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
It's doing the little things right and attention to quality to make us the right choice to work on your home. Not just covering your old shingles with new. The continued quality of our work is what you deserve.
Ray St. Clair Roofing.
Penn Station likes to mix it up. Cold subs for lunch, grilled subs for dinner, wraps and salads, fresh cut fries, chocolate chunk cookies. So whether we grill, we fry, or we bake, we like to give you plenty of options. Penn Station, it's all about good taste.
Toyota-thon is on. It's time to celebrate this year-end event in an adventurous new Toyota. With more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the adventurous RAV4, America's best-selling SUV. Now through January 2nd, Toyota is offering $1,000 APR cash on any new gas-powered 2024 RAV4 when financed with approved credit through TFS. Plus, every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance. Get details at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
No, that wasn't a Bengal growling. It was your stomach. Satisfy your hunger with the Bengals Jungle Feast at Donato's. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas and our brand new Bengals Touchdown Twists for just $25. Use promo code HOODAY when you order online. Available Sunday through Thursday for the entire Bengals season. Eat like a king of the jungle. Donato's, the official pizza of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Houday Nation, Power Up Premium Trail Mix is the best trail mix in the jungle. At Power Up, we keep things uncomplicated and uncompromising, using fresh premium ingredients straight from Mother Nature. Power up your next tailgate with the official trail mix of the Cincinnati Bengals. Available at your neighborhood Kroger.
Join us next Wednesday from 6 to 8 for the Bengals Game Plan Show, presented by Bud Light. For more information about the show, go to Bengals.com/gameplan. That was a 14-play, 70-yard drive for the Minnesota Vikings, and it gets them nothing thanks to a goal line interception by Mike Hilton. The Bengals take over at their own 17, 4:06 left in the half here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network, and the Vikings lead it 7-3.
Boy, I'll tell you, Joe Mixon was getting worked over on the sideline, making sure those hips and everything is loose. He was it was aggressive, but he's able to play. It's not any type of an injury, but he was a little bit stiff, I guess.
He's not on the field for this play. Chase Brown is in at running back. 1st and 10 Bengals from their own 17. They toss it to Chase Brown, running right outside the numerals, and he gets tackled at the 20-yard line after a 3-yard run.
That's pretty good inside-out pursuit right there, getting it after the football by Pat Jones, the outside linebacker.
Josh Metellus was in the backfield looking for a tackle for loss. Chase Brown was able to cut inside of him. Joe Mixon will check into the game. Clock running, 3:38 left in the half, and the Bengals trailing 7-3.
Instead of in the slot on Mike Hilton's interception, he was deep. He was playing like a safety, and he made a great play.
Browning in the gun. He will hand it to Joe Mixon. Joe accelerating up the middle of the field, and he makes it to the 24.5. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.5. Harrison Phillips, big interior defensive tackle, made the stop for Minnesota.
The one thing you can't do after a tremendous defensive effort like that, a red zone takeaway, is go 3 and out. You got to go string some first downs together, get points on the board.
Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd go out to the left. T. Higgins and Tanner Hudson out to the right. 3rd down and a long 2, about 2.5. Drew Sample in the backfield to block for Jake Browning. Browning back to throw. Only 2 rushers. What a pass. Just over the fingertips of a defender. It was caught by Hudson. The ball comes out, but the nearest official says Tanner Hudson was down with a first down at the 34-yard line.
It was just over the fingertips of Ivan Pace, I believe. And that was, again, a classic example of what Brian Flores does. Had the line of scrimmage loaded up, and then dropped everybody back into coverage, short, intermediate, and deep, and rushed 2.
And the call on the field was correct. Tanner Hudson's knees were down before the ball was ripped out. 1st and 10 Bengals at their own 34. We're getting close to the 2-minute warning, and the Bengals will not snap it. We've got 2 minutes left in the half. The score, Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3. This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
CareSource, individual and family health insurance, helping members achieve not just better health care, but better lives. At CareSource, they're removing barriers. They're improving lives. They're reimagining healthcare.
If you're still looking for a last-minute gift, pick up wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Now through January 1st, buy 4 washes, get 2 free on our top 3 washes. Wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Great value, great gifts. 39 locations, open daily, 7 to 9.
Bengals fans, stop by the all-new Jungle Zone, powered by the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers before each game this season. Live music and family-friendly games makes this the perfect pregame location for fans of all ages. For more information, check out Bengals.com/Jungle Zone. Hooday!
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest-growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking.
Are you ready to go all in on the NFL's next big game? With On Location, you get it all. All the access, all the exclusives, all the VIP experiences you want all season long. From 50-yard line seats at Super Bowl 58 in Vegas to VIP pre-games, post-games, and everything in between, it's all yours when you're on location. Check out our VIP experiences lineup at NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. That's NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. Go all in on location.
There's one thing I love more than sports, and that's the place where I watch my sports. Wings and Rings, of course. Club-level experience, a chef-inspired menu, and the most crave-worthy wings. 12 Cincinnati locations. Wings and Rings, an official sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals.
2 minutes left in the half. Minnesota leading Cincinnati 7-3 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. It's the Bengals ball. 1st and 10 at their own 34. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They are 66 yards away from a go-ahead touchdown and about 25 yards away from being within field goal range for Evan McPherson.
And then, of course, they get the ball to start the second half, so it would be good to put points on the board on this drive, and then come out and take that opening kickoff of the second half and drive and score points as well. Back-to-back weeks, 34 points here with 2 minutes to go in the first half, a mere 3.
Chase and Higgins go out to the left. Jamar has 2 catches. T. Higgins does not have one yet. He dropped a big gain on the opening snap for Cincinnati. Browning back to throw, sets up a screen, and it's incomplete. Intended for Drew Sample. Vikings had it read, and the incompletion's probably a good thing.
Yeah, and that one, I thought, boy, sometimes when those go over the hands of a receiver into the middle of the football field, there's always, a lot of times, a defender right there trying to take advantage of being in the right place at the right time. But Smith not just a little bit away.
Throw just a bit high for Drew Sample. Ivan Pace was there to tackle him had he made the catch. On 2nd and 10, Browning against a 4-man rush, begins scrambling left. He's in trouble, and he gets sacked for a huge loss. Way back at the 20-yard line, he was lifted off the ground and driven into the turf. Daniil Hunter with the sack, the 3-time Pro Bowler, has 14 and a half this season.
And that was good coverage. Real good call by Flores. He rushed 4, dropped 7. And Jake Browning had nowhere to go at the football. And once he started running around trying to create, very rarely do you end up outrunning these athletes. And boy, he hit his head on the turf a little bit as he got taken to the ground by Hunter.
The Vikings called a timeout. They want to save time for their offense. 1:49 left in the half, and the Bengals will be looking at 3rd down and 24 from their own 20.
Just got to find a way to get rid of that football instead of serpentining around back there. If it's not there, you step up and throw it away.
Charlie Jones, Trenton Irwin, and Travion Williams are going to check into the game for Cincinnati with 1:49 remaining in the half. Vikings with 2 timeouts left. Bengals don't want to throw an incompletion here. If nothing else, you want the Vikings to use another timeout. Browning ready, catches the shotgun snap. The Bengals will hand it off. Travion Williams up the middle of the field, and he runs to the 30. He picked up 10. The Vikings will call a timeout. 1:44 left in the half. Josh Metellus made the tackle. Josh Metellus, one of the more interesting defenders in the NFL this year. He's been used as a safety in the box, a free safety, a slot corner, an outside corner, a defensive tackle, at least for where he's lined up, a defensive end, and an outside linebacker.
And that's Coach Brian Flores at his best, with all the different looks that he gives you. High. He's blitzed more than anybody, and he's also dropped 8 more than anybody in the National Football League, and everything in between. He's been a lot more tame this afternoon, though. He's starting to mix in more and more looks and pressure packages, but to start the football game, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
Robbins into punt, and the diminutive Brandon Powell waits to return. He's 5'8", about 180 pounds. Quick as a hiccup as he waits back at the 24-yard line. Robbins has hit the ball well so far today. Adamitis ready to snap it back. Robbins waiting at the 16-yard line. Play clock at 4. They snap it. Here comes the punt. Not a very good one this time. Powell inches forward and catches it going out of bounds around the 34-yard line. 36 yards on the punt. And a decent drive start for Minnesota with 1:37 left in the half. The Vikings won the toss and elected to defer, so Minnesota has an opportunity for back-to-back possessions. We'll take a timeout. 1:37 remaining in the half here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
At Altifiber, connection is more than just internet. It's where heightened experiences meet expanded opportunities. Where fiber technology elevates everything, from entertainment to education. Where the people, places, and things you love most are always within reach. Fiber can take you there. Where will it take you? Altifiber is proud to be the official internet and Wi-Fi provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Learn more at altifiber.com. Altifiber, elevating connection.
The need for home health is growing. At Gravity Plus, we believe that home testing is the future of personalized healthcare. We are evolving our brand in order to better communicate the breadth of expertise, expand our products, and put the power of healthcare in our customers' hands. It's your health. Own it. Learn more about how you can take control of your health at gravityplus.com. Let's make healthcare better together.
Are you ready to go all in on the NFL's next big game? With On Location, you get it all. All the access, all the exclusives, all the VIP experiences you want all season long. From 50-yard line seats at Super Bowl 58 in Vegas to VIP pre-games, post-games, and everything in between, it's all yours when you're on location. Check out our VIP experiences lineup at NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. That's NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. Go all in on location.
97 seconds left in the half. Minnesota leads Cincinnati 7-3 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Vikings ball at their own 34 with one timeout left to use.
Bengals defense, big red zone interception by Mike Hilton on the last possession. I think takeaway again.
2-by-2 formation. Nick Mullins in the gun in his first start of the year. Ty Chandler in the backfield. The Bengals have 6 defenders up on the line. They send 5. Here's a throw. A bobbling attempt by Justin Jefferson, and he somehow came down with the ball but not in bounds. It'll be an incomplete pass. DJ Turner in coverage.
Yeah, didn't have control, possession while in bounds, but man, what a great effort. Left hand off his face mask, juggles with both hands. By the time he secures it, his left foot is out of bounds.
The incompletion stops the clock. 1:31 left in the half. Crowd trying to make a difference. Some of the Bengals on the sideline waving their arms to get the crowd to make as much noise as possible. Minnesota up 7-3. All of the scoring in the first quarter. 1:31 left in the second.
Oh, they're challenging.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah. I thought his butt was down. His left foot was down, and if his butt hit the ground before he went out of bounds, it's a completion.
So inside of 2 minutes, this is coming from the booth. Obviously, the replay officials in the booth had the opportunity while Minnesota was getting lined up to look at replays.
Well, his elbow's out.
Yeah, his elbow hits out of bounds before his backside hits the ground. So I think the call on the field will stand.
Boy, what a catch, though. What a control of the football. Gets the left foot down. The right elbow is out of bounds. So he had one foot in, and the right elbow was next out of bounds.
Or so we think.
Yeah, right. And, of course, you know, Vikings fans are, DJ Turner had his hand up in the face mask as he was trying to defend that pass. That's not can't call that.
Here's the question, looking at the replay again, Lap.
Yeah.
Was his left foot on the ground as he got control of the ball, then he taps the right before the elbow comes down? So did he actually manage to get both feet down?
Did he have the right foot? Did he have control of the ball for the right foot to tap, the left foot to hit down before he goes backwards? Right foot. Ooh, does he have control? Because that foot's off the ground pretty quickly. That's the question. You're right.
After reviewing the play, it is a completed catch at the sideline. Second down.
He did have the right foot down long enough.
The good news for the Bengals is that it was not a big gain. It's a 6-yard gain, so it's something. It moves the ball up to the 40. And the Vikings will have it 2nd down and 4. Should be running the clock. It's stopped right now with 1:33 left in the half. Mullins ready for the shotgun snap. He has the ball. Looking. Fires up the seam. It is caught by Addison. Running down the middle of the field. The Bengals having a hard time bringing him down. And they finally make the tackle at the 25-yard line. That is 45 yards.
Sam Hubbard dropped into coverage, and he was about 15 yards down the football field. The ball goes over his head after he drops into coverage, and Addison is right there. Off to the races.
Mullins will throw again. Short pass caught by Jefferson. Chidobe Awuzie has him by the waist and makes the tackle inbounds at the 16-yard line. The clock is running with 52 seconds left in the half.
Boy, Jefferson is so fluid, and he's so long. Man, his arms, he can tie his shoes without bending over.
Bengals have to keep the Vikings out of the end zone here. 41 seconds left in the half. 2nd down and 1. Mullins back to throw. The pocket closes. They hit him, and they sack him back at the 22-yard line. Sam Hubbard was there.
Sam's going to get the sack. Yes, sir.
Miles Murphy was there as well. And the Vikings use their final timeout with 31 seconds left in the half.
Tried to chop it out of there. Tried to chop that right arm, but Mullins was able to bring it in and secure it.
That's going to turn it into 3rd down and 7. And the Vikings are out of timeouts with 31 seconds left in the half. The Bengals will bring their dime defense on the field. Jalen Davis and Nick Scott check in. Jermaine Pratt and Jordan Battle check out.
Got to get pressure on the quarterback. It's been inconsistent at best. Got to get Mullins off his spot and make him throw the football before he wants to.
3rd down and 7 at the Cincinnati 22. The Vikings up 7-3. 31 seconds left in the half. C.J. Ham in the backfield to block for Nick Mullins. 3 receivers left, 1 out to the right. Mullins has the ball. He's looking left. Here comes the rush.
Finish.
Mullins sacked by B.J. Hill.
Nice job, B.J.
The ball comes out, and the Bengals recover with 20 seconds left in the half.
He came up with the ball. B.J. Hill came out with the football. He gets the sack, strip. He gets a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He gets the trifecta. Unbelievable.
How about 2 takeaways in the red zone in the 2nd quarter?
Unreal. And is he throwing it away? I guess they're saying it's thrown away, but that's an interception. Never hit the ground.
Yeah,
he has back-to-back interceptions.
Nick Mullins went to the sideline. Nick Mullins went to the sideline making the gesture like I threw the ball. He didn't realize he threw it right into B.J. Hill, who caught it.
25 seconds.
Interceptions in back-to-back games for B.J. Hill. How about that? A defensive tackle making back-to-back picks. He talks about his athleticism. That one, he stayed with it. Stay with him, baby.
His only previous INT was in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago against Patrick Mahomes, and now he's had back-to-back games with interceptions. Last week after Trey Hendrickson knocked the ball out of Gardner Minshew's hand, and now he does it all, as you described. Made the sack. Nick Mullins threw it into his body, and B.J. Hill somehow made the juggling catch while on the ground.
Amazing.
25 seconds left in the half. The Bengals have the ball at their own 29. T. Higgins goes in motion. Browning back to throw. Browning begins scrambling left, trying to get away from Hunter. Browning will be pulled down. Great speed. That was actually Wanham running him down. DJ Wanham making the tackle at the 30-yard line with 16 seconds left, and the Bengals will call a timeout.
How about 2 interceptions in red zone? Mike Hilton, now B.J. Hill. That's 12 possessions in the red zone that the opponent has come away with squadouche. I mean, that is unbelievable. We're talking about this is the 14th game of the season. 12 possessions in the red zone. They don't even get a point.
The only negative for B.J. Hill there is that he loses the sack.
Yeah, right.
Because he turned it into an interception.
Right.
I think he'll take that trade.
But yeah, you're right. He would have had forced fumble recovery along with the sack. Now he gets the sack and he gets the pick.
Just the pick.
You're right.
Just the pick.
Right.
17 seconds left in the half. 2nd down and 9. The Bengals at their own 30. Browning is back to throw against a 3-man rush. He's going to air it out, throwing it high and deep. T. Higgins goes up and comes down with the ball.
Yes.
He's got it at the 30 of Minnesota. The clock is stopped with 6 seconds left in the half. The Bengals call their final timeout. They threw it up, gave T. Higgins the opportunity to use his length and his boxing out ability to make the catch, and that's exactly what he did for a 40-yard gain.
And he went against Blackman, 5'11", 178 pounds. T. Higgins, 6'4", 220. Who do you think's going to win that contested catch battle? T. Higgins, big, powerful, strong-bodied receiver, makes the play.
They put a couple seconds back on the clock, so 8 seconds left in the half. The Bengals are out of timeouts. They do not have Evan McPherson on the field, at least not yet. So they might try to, they can do one of two things, get a few more yards to make it a little bit easier. Right now it'd be a 48-yard field goal try.
Right.
Or take a few seconds off the clock, then throw the ball out of bounds so that the kick comes on the final play of the half.
True.
I don't think they would risk throwing the ball into the end zone and not having enough time left for a field goal.
I agree. That's dicey. It could happen, but it's risky. It's not a given. There's no question about that.
I'll go catch. A lot of bad things can happen if you try that.
Absolutely. And T. Higgins has the drop in the early stages of the game and makes up for it. The Minnesota Vikings saying that he didn't have control.
Yeah, they're showing replays on the board, and that might be overturned. T. Higgins going to the ground. The ball kind of hits the ground as he secures it. And again, this is being reviewed in the booth. It wasn't challenged by the Vikings inside of 2 minutes to go in the half.
Now, they have to decide, did he have control of the ball before it went to the ground, or did the ground help him control it? Did he have full control of the football as he's going to the ground?
If the ball doesn't move,
right,
and it's in both of your hands, it's not necessarily going to be overturned. He's got strong hands, but the Bengals offense is marching backward.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
After reviewing the play, it's an incomplete pass. 2nd down. Please reset the game clock to 11 seconds.
They ruled that the ground did help him secure the football. He did not have full control of the football when he went to the ground.
And more time will be put back on the clock. We have 11 seconds left. And the Bengals are looking at 3rd down and 9. The Vikings are out of timeouts. So if the Bengals do a running play, the half will come to an end. I suppose they could try for another jump ball down to T. Higgins. Browning in the gun.
Oh. The umpire came in and blew it dead.
They did not have the green light from TV yet to resume play. Now they do. Fans are booing about the delay.
T. Higgins went to put his body between the ball and the defender to make sure that it wasn't going to get slapped out of there, but just got his hands on top of it instead of underneath it.
Bengals down 7-3, 11 seconds left in the half to hand it off to Chase Brown, and Chase will pick up about 6 as the half comes to an end. We invite you to stay tuned for Wayne Boxmiller and the halftime report. The score, Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Bengals fans, stop by the all-new Jungle Zone, powered by the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers before each game this season. Live music and family-friendly games makes this the perfect pregame location for fans of all ages. For more information, check out Bengals.com/Jungle Zone. Hoo-day!
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat, so you can put that on everything.
Like buffalo wings.
Everything.
Buffalo nachos.
Everything.
Buffalo mac and cheese?
Yes, and also things that don't start with buffalo. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Touchdown! Woo! Bengals!
Are you ready to rule the jungle? Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are on sale for all home games when purchased through the Bengals.
With one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports, there is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium. Limited single-game tickets remain.
Don't wait. For tickets, go to Bengals.com to claim your seats before they're all gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
Attention all nonprofit organizations. Looking for creative ways to fundraise? Aramark is actively seeking nonprofit groups to operate concession stands at Paycor Stadium during Cincinnati Bengals home games. Organizations will receive a donation from Aramark for each game their group volunteers. Increase impact, engage with the community, and fundraise with flair. Join Aramark in making a difference. To learn more and secure a spot, call 513-455-4914 or visit Bengals.com/community/concessions.
Bengals Save the Day, presented by Cintas, helped over 500 people in our community learn CPR for free. Learn more about how Cintas teams up with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training across the country at cintas.com/CPR.
This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The halftime report is brought to you by Alta Fiber, future-proof fiber internet designed to elevate your home, business, and community to a new level. Kettering Health, best care for the best fans. Kettering Health, official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's Wayne Fox Miller on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to the halftime show. The halftime score: the Minnesota Vikings 7, the Cincinnati Bengals 3. Here at Paycor Stadium, let's get right to the highlights. It started off, the Bengals get on the board first thanks to Evan McPherson.
Robbins with his right knee on the field turf. He catches the long snap, puts the ball down. The kick is knocked through by Evan McPherson. And the Bengals score on their opening possession to take a 3-0 lead.
It was a big 11-play drive for them, but the Vikings come back with a 12-play drive on this touchdown.
On first and goal from the 1, it's a handoff to Chandler. And Chandler's in for the Vikings touchdown. He ran off the right side, got grabbed about the waist at the 1-yard line, but managed to pull the ball across the goal line.
And on third down, Trey Hendrickson picked up where he left off last week.
37 seconds left in the first quarter. The Vikings at their own 22. They'll go with an empty backfield. Now C.J. Ham is going to motion into the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Dax Hill coming on a blitz. Mullins hit by Pratt and sacked at the 12-yard line. Jermaine Pratt got there first. Trey Hendrickson moments later, and the Vikings will have to punt from their end zone.
Yeah, credit Pratt and assist from Hendrickson. And Mike Hilton has a tackle for loss, and he also comes up even bigger on this play.
Trips out to the left, Hawkinson out to the right. Mullins looking, throwing, intercepted at the goal line. Mike Hilton running it back. He stumbles and goes down at the 17-yard line, and the Bengals get a red zone takeaway.
And the Bengals defense continues to play well thanks to B.J. Hill's big interception and sack. Back with more of the halftime report right after this on the Bengals Radio Network.
Are you ready to go all in on the NFL's next big game? With On Location, you get it all. All the access, all the exclusives, all the VIP experiences you want all season long. From 50-yard line seats at Super Bowl 58 in Vegas to VIP pre-games, post-games, and everything in between, it's all yours when you're on location. Check out our VIP experiences lineup at NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. That's NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. Go all in on location.
CareSource, individual and family health insurance, helping members achieve not just better health care, but better lives. At CareSource, they're removing barriers. They're improving lives. They're reimagining healthcare.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car. You kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
Skyline gift cards make great last-minute gifts. Now through Christmas Eve, you'll get a free $5 gift certificate when you buy $30 in Skyline gift cards at participating Skyline restaurants. See store for details. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report on the Bengals Radio Network. Let's take a look at some games tomorrow around the league with playoff implications, or even starting tonight. The Colts host the Steelers. The Broncos and the Lions battle. Also, the Cleveland Browns host the Chicago Bears tomorrow. And a big Sunday night game, it's the Baltimore Ravens on the road to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brought to you by Wings and Rings. Whether it's catching up over the game or celebrating a big win, we are where everyone can kick back and enjoy life. Stopping at one of our 16 Cincinnati area Wings and Rings locations. Let's go back to Dan Hoard and Dave Lapham with the second half.
All right, Box, thank you very much. Time for the injury report, brought to you by the Kettering Health Network. The best care for the best fans. Kettering Health is the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. A rough injury report for the Bengals today. DJ Reader left on a cart about midway through the first quarter. DJ Ivy left on a cart late in the first quarter. They are both out for the rest of the game. Alex Kappa went into the blue medical tent in the second quarter. He was able to come back and play, but the Bengals defense obviously misses DJ Reader. Now let's take a look at some statistics brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR provider of the Bengals. Minnesota pretty dominant statistically. 12 first downs for the Vikings, only 5 first downs in the first half for the Bengals. After scoring 34 points in each of the last 2 weeks, the Bengals offense has struggled against this Brian Flores defense. A field goal on their opening drive, no points since.
Yeah, and it's just to tick off. I mean, T. Higgins couldn't handle the first deep ball throw of the football game. He had one overturned right before halftime. Jake Browning barely overthrows Charlie Jones down the middle of the football field, just long over his fingertips. I mean, just a tick off, and as a result, the Bengals are not able to capitalize and finalize. They did come up with 2 interceptions. Dax Hill could have had a third, so they're getting their opportunities. They just got to finish plays, make plays when they're available to them.
The Vikings will get the ball to begin the third quarter. The score is Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Looking for an exciting job in the heart of the action? Aramark Sports and Entertainment is hiring at Paycor Stadium. From culinary enthusiasts to guest service superstars, Aramark is welcoming highly motivated professionals in dozens of career areas. Embark on your next adventure and join Aramark in bringing unforgettable experiences to fans. For more information, call 513-455-4900 or visit careers.aramark.com. Search for Paycor Stadium and apply today.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit Bengals.com/broadcast for date, time, and station.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching. Better with Pepsi.
Houday Nation, Power Up Premium Trail Mix is the best trail mix in the jungle. At Power Up, we keep things uncomplicated and uncompromising, using fresh premium ingredients straight from Mother Nature. Power up your next tailgate with the official trail mix of the Cincinnati Bengals. Available at your neighborhood Kroger.
The law offices of Blake Maceland will fight for you. Call 444-4444. Want more fight? More attention? More compensation? We've recovered millions in auto and injury cases. We don't know what your case is worth until you call.
One more call for 444-444-444-444. Call Blake Maceland.
Minnesota 7, Cincinnati 3 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network as we get set for the start of the third quarter. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Bengals for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited. We're in the home broadcasting booth here at Paycor Stadium with our great crew. Our producer is Dave Yiddy Armbruster, our engineer Dave MacGyver Abbott, our pregame, halftime, and postgame host, Wayne Box Miller. Our studio producer today is Sean McMahon. Ben Jarvis, Brad Ellis is our statistician. The legendary Ron Rufus Millinor is our spotter today. And our in-the-booth doctor, just in case lapse passion leads to palpitations, is a guy also known for his prowess in the Piston Cup Racing Series, Doc Hudson.
Oh, how about it? Any relation to Tanner?
No relation to Tanner.
No. Well, great stat here from our man, Brad Jarvis, Ben Ellis. Ben Jarvis, Brad Ellis. Minnesota on first down, 6.8 yards per snap on first down. Cincinnati Bengals, 2.6 yards average per snap on first down. That's got to change. First down success leads to third down success. First down failure puts you in a tough spot on third down. And what you got going right here, Minnesota is 4 for 7 on third down, and the Bengals are 2 for 7 on third down because part of it due to the disparity of the success on first down.
Saving grace for the Bengals, 2 takeaways in the red zone, an interception at the goal line by Mike Hilton, and then an interception by B.J. Hill when it looked like he had a sack around the 22-yard line. But in desperation, the quarterback, Nick Mullins, just tried to throw the ball as he was going to the ground. He threw it right at the guy that was sacking him, B.J. Hill, and B.J., while on the ground, made an incredible juggling interception for his second pick as a defensive tackle in as many weeks.
Amazing. And now he's got two interceptions, so he's tied for third on the Cincinnati Bengals. Minnesota Vikings, they only have 2 players with 2 interceptions or more, Bynum and Murphy. So you have a defensive tackle that's up there in the stat sheet that defensive backs are envious of.
Evan McPherson getting ready to kick it off. Wanwu will be back to return for the Minnesota Vikings. He's had 3 kickoff return touchdowns in his career. 99-yarder against the 49ers, a 98-yarder against the Ravens, and a 97-yarder against the Patriots. Kene Wanwu. That last name spelled N-W-A-N-G-W-U. A lot of letters are silent in that last name.
No doubt.
Here comes the kick. Money Mac hits it very, very high, an end-over-end kick, and Wanwu will run it back from the 1-yard line. Crossing the field to the 10, trying to get to the far sideline, does at the 15, but he's chased out of bounds around the 17 by Travion Williams, and there's a penalty flag at the 11.
Personal foul. Left side block. Receiving team number 33. After this, the goal. First down.
Blindside block, huh?
So the Vikings will start from inside their own 10.
You know, in the second quarter this season, Minnesota had scored 106 points. The Bengals had given up 108. Scoreless. Second quarter. Thought a lot of action might happen in the second quarter. Turned out to be not much. Aided immeasurably by 2 red zone interceptions.
Ty Chandler had 30 rushing yards on the Vikings' opening drive when they scored a touchdown. They only had 12 the rest of the half, so the Bengals defense adjusted, and we'll see how the defense performs with the Vikings backed up, starting this drive at their own 7. 7-3 Minnesota to begin the third quarter. Nick Mullins is under center. Chandler back at the 1-yard line. They hand it off. Chandler running right, crosses the 10, running to the 20, being chased by Jordan Battle, and the rookie safety runs him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. How about a 27-yard run from your own 7-yard line?
Boy, that takes care of that problem of being backed up, and got to get off blocks. And I'll tell you what, doing a pretty good job of getting things sealed on the edge. Addison, the receiver, did a nice job.
DJ Turner also took a bad angle. He was unblocked on that side and over-pursued it. 1st and 10 from the 32. They will give it to Chandler again. Excellent blocking up front, but this time the one person in position to make a tackle, Jordan Battle, did, and he dropped Chandler at the 35 after a 3-yard run.
Yeah, Chandler was cutting it back. He was going to bend it back, and Jordan Battle said, no. I'm going to take you to the turf here in space, one-on-one.
Ty Chandler can go. He ran a 4.38 40, so we saw that speed on the previous run where he gained 27 yards. 2nd down and 7, Vikings from their own 35-yard line. Double tight ends in for Minnesota, both on the left side. Jefferson motions to the left side. Mullins looking for a receiver at the 45, and he threads the needle to Justin Jefferson for the catch out to the 47-yard line. And then Justin Jefferson just does a gesture toward the Bengals bench, kind of the Michael Jordan gesture of, hey, what are you going to do? I'm that good.
Right. I mean, he puts his foot in the ground, and when he makes cuts, it is unbelievable the separation he gets in and out of cuts. He is a phenomenal route runner.
In his 3 previous NFL seasons, Justin Jefferson had at least 1,400 receiving yards. He was the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year a year ago. 1st and 10 from the 47. Mullins hands it off. Chandler spinning up the middle of the field. Jordan Battle and Logan Wilson will bring him down at the Cincinnati 49, a 5-yard pickup. Making a 4-yard pickup.
Sorry, Dan. Chandler's getting an opportunity, and he is excited about it. He's trying to capitalize. He is finishing every run, every opportunity he gets. He wants more.
He'll come out for a play. Wan Wu will check in at running back. We're 2.5 minutes into the third. The Vikings started this drive at their own 7. They're in Bengals territory at the 49-yard line. Mullins under center. That's been the case most of the time. The Vikings are an under center team about as much as any team in the NFL. Mullins back to throw, looking left, throwing left, and what a catch. Jordan Addison hauled it in for a 1st down at the Cincinnati 39-yard line. Make it the 40.
When he came out of his break, he stumbled ever so slightly, and I thought that might throw the timing off a little bit, but Mullins put it right there for him. Man, that's just a perfect ball. Coverage is pretty darn good. That's just a better throw and catch.
Mullins with 177 passing yards, but 2 interceptions, both in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Bengals 40. Mullins in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff, pump fakes, and throws it into the ground. The Bengals had everybody covered. Bengals are calling for intentional grounding. There was a receiver in the vicinity, and it's not going to be a penalty.
No, I think the Bengals wanted the penalty because the defensive players realized it did not go back to the line of scrimmage, but there was a receiver in the area for sure.
2nd down and 10. Wan Wu out, Chandler back in. 11:39 left in the third quarter. The Vikings up 7-3. Each team scored on its opening drive. Nobody has scored since. Little more than 3 minutes into the third quarter. Mullins hands it off. Chandler hit by Miles Murphy, and the rookie from Clemson brings him down after a 2-yard run.
Big right here for the Bengals. 3rd down, and said in the pregame, the Minnesota Vikings have been very aggressive on 4th down. You got to make sure that you make this a scenario where O'Connell's tempted not even to think about going for it on 4th.
6 defensive backs in for the Bengals. Jalen Davis and Nick Scott back in the game. Fullback C.J. Ham in the backfield to block. Everybody standing up here in the jungle. 3rd down and 9 from the Cincinnati 38. Nick Mullins clapping his hands. Cincinnati sends 5. Mullins in trouble. Throws. Caught by Addison. Nobody left to tackle him. He will streak down the field and go into the end zone for a 38-yard touchdown.
DJ Turner went for the deflection. He left his feet. He went to make a play on the football, and when he could not make a play on the football, it was over. There was nobody else in the area, and just green grass to the end zone. Diving attempt on the football, and then Addison says, "No one's going to touch me."
That was about 6 yards short of the first down marker where Addison caught the ball. So if Turner just plays it solidly and makes the tackle, it ends the drive.
He makes a catch about 2 inches off the ground. Unbelievable.
The extra point by Joseph is good, and the Cincinnati Bengals are in a double-digit hole with 10:46 to go here in the third quarter. The score now, Minnesota 14, Cincinnati 3 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Honda savings are on during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands with 0.9% financing on the 2023 Honda Ridgeline, with 2 years of complimentary maintenance included, oil changes, tire rotations, and more. Holiday inventory is here. Get 0.9% financing, plus 2 years of scheduled maintenance on us. Happy Honda Days is on. Search your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/24.
USI Insurance Services, Cincinnati's #1 insurance broker. For over 100 years, your Cincinnati USI team has been protecting local businesses and employees. And today, with more than 200 USI offices across the country, we have the resources and the reach to tackle even the most complex insurance needs. Let us show you how the right plan and the right partner can help protect your company's most valuable assets. USI, proud insurance broker of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Houday Nation, Power Up Premium Trail Mix is the best trail mix in the jungle. At Power Up, we keep things uncomplicated and uncompromising, using fresh premium ingredients straight from Mother Nature. Power up your next tailgate with the official trail mix of the Cincinnati Bengals. Available at your neighborhood Kroger.
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
Alrighty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
Are you ready to take control of your career? First Star Logistics offers you the highest commissions in the industry as a logistic account executive. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com/careers or call 513-675-6120.
10:46 left in the third quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The Minnesota Vikings have taken a 14-3 lead as the third quarter starts about as badly as it could for Cincinnati. The Vikings began at their own 8 and put together an 8-play, 92-yard touchdown drive. The first play was a 24-yard run from inside their own 10, so the drive began poorly from the Bengals' perspective. And the last play, 3rd down and 8, short pass to Jordan Addison. DJ Turner went for the pick. When he failed to get it, there was nobody left to tackle Jordan Addison, and he goes 37 yards for the touchdown. This kickoff will be another touchback, and the Bengals will have it at the 25-yard line.
The old explosive plays problem cropped up once again for Louis Anarumo and the Bengals defensive football team. One in the running game, one in the passing game. Over half a football field given up on those two explosions.
214 passing yards for Nick Mullins, 81 thus far for Jake Browning. On 1st and 10, Browning hands it to Mixon, ran into his own guy Karras, but now accelerates around the left corner and picks up 7. Good effort there by Joe Mixon after initially being slowed by his own blocking tandem. And there's an injured player down for Minnesota.
It looks like it's Bullard.
Yeah, Jonathan Bullard, one of their defensive linemen. We'll take a timeout as Bullard is being examined. 10:33 left in the third. 14-3, the Vikings lead here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Cincinnati Bengals and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Bengals at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat so you can make sure to have the best view. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bengals.
Bengals Save the Day, presented by Cintas, helped over 500 people in our community learn CPR for free. Learn more about how Cintas teams up with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training across the country at Cintas.com/CPR.
Bud Light was brewed to be a delicious and easy-to-drink beer, even when the little things in life are hard. Like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it, and a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
The injured Viking defensive lineman Jonathan Bullard walked off the field with a pretty significant limp. He's gone into the blue medical tent, so the Vikings will be without him for a while. Joe Mixon has checked out for the Bengals. Chase Brown has entered. It'll be 2nd down and 3 Cincinnati. The Bengals at their own 32. The Vikings leading 14-3 with 10:33 left in the third quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
The Bengals need to answer like the Vikings answered early in the football game. When the Bengals put a field goal on the board, the Vikings responded with a touchdown drive. The Bengals need to do the same.
Jamar Chase had a 25-yard catch on the Bengals opening drive. He's been a non-factor since. He goes out to the left. 2nd down and 3. It's a toss sweep to the right. Chase Brown accelerating to the 35 for the first down. And he gets dragged down at the 37-yard line by Wanham. 1st and 10 Cincinnati.
And the Bengals, obviously, I mean, there's still 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's plenty of time in this football game, but you have to start taking advantage of opportunities that have been presented to you. And so far, the Bengals haven't. I mean, when big play explosion opportunities have been there for them, they haven't capitalized.
Charlie Jones in at wide receiver. He goes in jet motion in front of the QB from right to left. Browning back to throw. Looking left. Throws it to Charlie Jones. Can he make a man miss? No. Metellus is there to make the tackle. Bengals will pick up a couple of yards on the play. Charlie goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, so we'll call it a gain of 3.
Going big here. You got 3 tight ends in the football game at this point in time. Going a little bit of a big formation, see if they can get something going in that regard.
Hudson and Irv Smith Jr. go out to the left, and Sample is in the backfield next to Browning. Browning is back to throw. Throws it left. It is intercepted. The Vikings have their first takeaway of the day as a Caleb Evans picks it off at the Cincinnati 43-yard line.
The tackle is made after the interception by Irv Smith Jr. after Evans got back to his feet. So not much of a return there, but Minnesota Vikings now the takeaway ratio is +1 for the Bengals. Vikings have 1 pick, the Bengals have 2.
9:08 left in the third quarter. The Bengals are trailing 14-3. On the opening drive of the second half, the Vikings go 92 yards for a touchdown. And on the Bengals' subsequent drive, Jake Browning throws his first interception of the day.
Well, he's trying to get the ball to Irv Smith Jr. Harrison Smith was in coverage, and Evans was as well. And Evans dropped off and made the play.
Fullback C.J. Ham and tailback Ty Chandler both in the game. The Vikings start out at an offset I. A tight end goes in motion. They hand it off to Chandler. and Chandler will be tackled near the 46. Looked like Zach Carter got there first. A gain of 3 as we pause. 10 seconds for station identification here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Cloudy and cool, then rain overnight and throughout midday tomorrow. Low near 40, high tomorrow near 50. From your home of the best Bengals coverage, 700 WLW Cincinnati.
Right now, a lot of uneasy fans here at Paycor Stadium. The Bengals down 14-3 in the third quarter. The Vikings have the ball at their own 46. Second down and 7 for quarterback Nick Mullins. He takes the snap, drops back, looking left, cocks the arm, throws, and it is caught by Justin Jefferson. Chidobe Awuzie makes the tackle. The Bengals had a couple of defenders there, and Jefferson is so strong. He went up, clutched that ball, and came to the ground with it despite a hard hit.
He was emoting after that reception right in front of the Bengals bench. I mean, that's just a heck of a contested catch. Awuzie's all over Jefferson as before the ball even arrives. And then Pratt comes off and puts a hit on him. He still secures it.
5 catches, 59 yards for Justin Jefferson. On 1st and 10 from the 39, Mullins with a deep drop, throws a screen. Caught by Chandler. Ty Chandler will be tackled by Logan Wilson, as well as Josh Tupou at the 34-yard line, 5 yards on the screen to the running back.
He did a nice job of negotiating a good angle against Ed Ingram, the guard, as he was coming out to block Logan Wilson. He got around him and made a play. If Logan Wilson didn't make that effort, it might have gone for a little bit.
Clock running, 7:16 left in the third quarter. The Vikings have it at the Cincinnati 34-yard line. Nick Mullins backing up into the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 out to the right. Ty Chandler to his right. Mullins has the ball. 3-step drop, quick pass, and a leaping catch for a first down. Justin Jefferson going way up high to secure it at the 26 of Cincinnati.
Can't say enough about how consistently well Justin Jefferson runs routes. He gets separation every single time he sinks his hips and gets in and out of cuts. It is incredible to watch him run precise routes.
128 catches last year for more than 1,800 yards. An incredible season with Kirk Cousins throwing in the ball a year ago. 6:20 left in the third. 1st and 10 Vikings at the Bengals 27. It's a handoff to Chandler running wide to the right. He's down to the 20, and he gets pulled down by the foot by Sam Hubbard just shy of the first down.
Minnesota Vikings have consistently been able to balance their offense with the running game. I mean, when they've had to, they've gotten some production out of it, and that's something that anchors the Bengals defense and allows pass protection to be much easier for these Minnesota Viking offensive linemen.
Chandler has 87 rushing yards. We're in the third quarter, and that is a new career high. 5:40 left in the third. 2nd down and 1 at the Cincinnati 18. Penalty flags down before a handoff to Chandler.
Looked like the center snapped it
False
late.
start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
False start on the left tackle, Darashaw.
Well, the Bengals have 2 takeaways in the red zone. Would it be asking for too much to call for a third, Dave Lapham?
I'll tell you, it's almost gotten to the point where that needs to be the case, Dan. I mean, you're down 11, 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Defense has got to step up again.
2nd down and 6 after that 5-yard penalty on the left tackle. Mullins under center, takes the snap, fakes a handoff, bootlegs left, throws, caught by Oliver, one of the tight ends, and he's tackled after a short gain. Brought down by Mike Hilton, 2 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down and 4.
Minnesota's starting to control the clock, starting to melt opportunity in front of the Bengals' very eyes. Got to stop this drive right now.
Be interesting to see how conservatively Kevin O'Connell calls this play, considering the red zone picks by Mullins. 3rd down and 4 at the Cincinnati 21. 4 down linemen for the Bengals. They send for Mullins, cocks the arm, throws nowhere near T.J. Hawkinson. Hawkinson broke in the throw, expected him to go out.
Yeah.
And Joseph, the field goal kicker, will be summoned.
Quarterback, receiver on opposite pages on this one. On that one, there's no doubt.
Greg Joseph, 29-year-old kicker. For his career, he's made about 81%, so not great. But this is only a 39-yard try. Trying to put the Vikings up by 2 touchdowns. The snap, the hold, the right-footed kick, and it is good. And the Minnesota Vikings have taken a 17-3 lead. We'll take a timeout. 4:32 remaining in the third quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
You already know, when your document halts, call Waltz. But we don't stop at printers. We provide a digital transformation for your business. Is your office more paper than people? With our scanning services, we take files out of cabinets and put them at your fingertips. Get access to your documents anywhere, anytime. Schedule your assessment at waltzbusiness.com. The official document solutions provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hello and welcome to The Kroger Show. At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to saving big. Because when you order online through the Kroger app, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery that you do in-store with no hidden fees or markups. Best of all, you'll know when items in your cart have a coupon, so you never miss a deal. So whether you're a delivery lover, picker-upper, or you shop in-store, you'll always save big at Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Attention all nonprofit organizations. Looking for creative ways to fundraise? Aramark is actively seeking nonprofit groups to operate concession stands at Paycor Stadium during Cincinnati Bengals home games. Organizations will receive a donation from Aramark for each game their group volunteers. Increase impact, engage with the community, and fundraise with flair. Join Aramark in making a difference. To learn more and secure a spot, call 513-455-4914 or visit Bengals.com/community/concessions.
Bengals fans, stop by the all-new Jungle Zone, powered by the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers before each game this season. Live music and family-friendly games makes this the perfect pregame location for fans of all ages. For more information, check out Bengals.com/Jungle Zone. Hooday!
Bengals have one home game left in the regular season. It's the regular season finale against the Cleveland Browns, and a limited number of tickets are available for that game at Bengals.com. Grab yours while seats remain. We have 4:32 left in the third. The Bengals have fallen behind by 2 touchdowns. Cincinnati scored on its opening drive to take a 3-0 lead. The game has pretty much been dominated by the Vikings since. 17 unanswered points for Minnesota. And a 17-3 lead with 4:32 left in the third here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
How about Brian Flores' defense? In the last going on 7 quarters, 4.5 minutes to go for 7 quarters, they've allowed 3 points. In the last 11 quarters, they've allowed 15 points. I mean, that's pretty damn good defense.
5th in the NFL in points allowed coming in. Here comes the kickoff. Travion Williams is not going to catch it. It lands about 3 yards deep in the end zone, and the Bengals will once again start from the 25-yard line. The Bengals have been outgained 321 to 116. Time of possession, 25.5 minutes to a little bit less than 15.
Number 61. 61 reports eligible, 6-1.
They go with the extra offensive lineman, 6 offensive linemen on the field. The reason for that time of possession disparity, the Vikings ran 18 more plays, 49 snaps to the Bengals 31.
The extra offensive lineman lines up on the right side, so the Bengals are overloaded in that direction. Chase Brown runs it in that direction, and it works pretty well. As the rookie picks up about 6, he's brought down by Ivan Pace Jr. on his 23rd birthday, with a lot of friends and family looking on in his hometown of Cincinnati.
And he is all over the football field. Boy, when you watch him on tape, he diagnoses. He sees it before it happens. He's one of those kind of guys. No false steps. And boy, is he a good football player.
They call him the Tasmanian Devil. And he is a blur of activity, just like the cartoon character. 2nd down and 4 from the 31. Browning is going to throw. Browning in trouble, got away. Now he throws, and it is caught by Mixon. Breaks a tackle, picks up a couple, and he's about 1.5 yards short of a Bengals first down. Troy Dye made the tackle, and was it Dye who almost sacked Jake Browning?
Yeah, that's pretty good hustle by Dye, but because he was unblocked, and he missed Browning. And at that point, he's like, well, I'm gonna stay after it. I'm not gonna quit. And he sees Browning get the ball down the football field, and then he hustles down the field, makes that tackle. That's pretty good effort.
On 3rd down and a long yard, Browning lines up in the shotgun, Mixon to his left. Chase and Higgins are out to the right. Hudson motions to the right. Browning is going to throw. Pump fakes, throws. Hudson with a first down catch. And he gets tackled as he crosses the 40-yard line. He's brought down at the 41 by Cam Bynum as the Bengals convert on 3rd and 1.
You know, Brian Flores, I think, is putting himself in position to be a candidate for these head coaching opportunities that are going to be cropping up. I mean, what he's done with this Minnesota Vikings defense last year, they were terrible. I mean, they were struggling. And he's come in and installed a whole new system. His players love it. They love him, and they play hard.
I thought he did a pretty good job in Miami, considering that they were pretty blatantly tanking at the time.
Yeah.
Tanking for Tua, as they said back then. On 1st and 10, Browning is going to fire. It is caught for a first down by Tanner Hudson. And he has his legs chopped out from under him at the 45-yard line of Minnesota by cornerback Byron Murphy.
And that's an indicator right there. I mean, Minnesota has been very, very physical today. I mean, that's the play is good play, picks up a lot of yards. Murphy, though, he finishes it with a, hey, here I am. I'm going to be around all day long. Big hit.
14 yards on the play. Tanner Hudson is the Bengals' leading receiver today with 36 receiving yards on 1st and 10. Browning throws over the middle. Irv Smith Jr. with the catch. Spins around, charges forward, and runs to the 31 for another 14-yard gain. Ivan Pace with the stop.
Jake Browning, one thing that he will always do is maintain his poise. I think that's probably something that everybody has noticed about Jake Browning's game. He is very, very poised and even keel.
2 running backs in, and one of them is Travion Williams. He lines up to the left of Jake Browning. Joe Mixon lines up to the right of Jake Browning. Now Williams goes in motion out to the right. They throw him a screen. Travion with the catch, and he's tackled right away at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup. Byron Murphy with the stop.
The Minnesota Vikings had 4 defenders out there. The Bengals only had 3 players, 2 blockers and a receiver of the football. So Minnesota diagnosed what was going on there pretty darn quickly, and they got bodies out there involved.
43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Bengals need a touchdown. They're down by 14 points. Higgins and Boyd out to the left. Chase out to the right. Murphy on Chase. Harrison Smith, safety, shades him in that direction. Browning back to throw. Passes for Chase. Caught at the 16-yard line. Smith makes the tackle. And the Bengals have a first down in the red zone at the 14-yard line.
Jamar Chase, not afraid to go in the middle of the football field. There's no question about that. This guy's not afraid of anything on a football field. And he goes where there's some action, safeties. And Smith's one of the best. He's been around a long time. He's done it well for a long time, makes the play.
He is a 6-time Pro Bowler. Jamar Chase now up to 3 catches for 40 yards.
The 3rd quarter.
And the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Can the Bengals erase a 14-point deficit in the 4th quarter? They'll have a first down at the Vikings 13 when the 4th gets underway. Our score heading to the 4th, 17-3 Minnesota on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in Bengals terms.
It's like back-to-back AFC North titles.
Impressive.
It's like the roar of the jungle.
Hooday!
It's like their quarterback swagger.
Come on, nobody's that cool.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The need for home health is growing.
At Gravity Plus, we believe that home testing is the future of personalized healthcare. We are evolving our brand in order to better communicate the breadth of expertise, expand our products, and put the power of healthcare in our customers' hands. It's your health. Own it. Learn more about how you can take control of your health at gravityplus.com. Let's make healthcare better together.
OhioCat is proud to support the Cincinnati Bengals. As Ohio's premier construction equipment provider, we understand what it takes to be a first-place team. Regardless of your need, whether it's sales, service, or equipment rental, you can count on OhioCat to be a trusted teammate. To see how we can help your company win, visit online at ohiocat.com or call us at 513-771-0515. That's ohiocat.com or 513-771-0515. Who dare? Go Bengals!
You think buckling up is a personal choice? That it doesn't hurt anyone else? You would be wrong. Your choice could shatter the lives of your family, friends, and everyone you know. That's why we enforce seatbelt laws, to save lives. Think about that every time you drive. Buckling up isn't just a good idea, it's a choice between surviving a crash or not. Make sure you and everyone in the vehicle buckles up every time. Click it or ticket. Paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
15 minutes left in regulation here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The Bengals trail the Minnesota Vikings 17-3 in a game the Bengals badly need to win. The good news is they will start the fourth quarter in the red zone. They'll have a first down with the ball in between the 13 and 14 of Minnesota.
Minnesota has had red zone issues, obviously. They've scored a touchdown. They've had 2 interceptions they've thrown, and they kicked a field goal in their last red zone opportunity. Let's see what the Bengals can do.
Double tight ends in for Cincinnati. Higgins and Chase go out to the left. Browning back to throw. His pass for Higgins in the end zone.
Baby.
Touchdown!
Baby.
Bengals! A perfect throw from Jake Browning and an over-the-shoulder catch for T. Higgins for the Bengals touchdown.
Don't mess around. First down in the red zone. Go for the gusto. Take it to the house. T. Higgins runs a great route, and Browning put the ball in a very, very tight space for the touchdown.
Evan McPherson in to attempt the extra point to try to make this a 7-point game. We are now 4 seconds into the fourth quarter. Brad Robbins ready. Fields the snap, puts the ball down, and the kick is perfect. Money Mack has not missed an extra point this year. 14:56 left in regulation. It is a 17-10 Vikings lead.
Now the defense, it's time to respond. You score a touchdown, get back within a score, see if the defense can 1, 2, 3 and out. Another takeaway would be great, obviously. They got 2 interceptions on the day. The Bengals have thrown an interception. Something big. Get the Bengals right back on track. Get them the football right away.
That was an 8-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. 7 pass completions on the drive for Jake Browning. And the Bengals are very much alive with 14:56 to go.
That touchdown reception breaks a 5-game drought that T. Higgins had between touchdown catches. So let's see if that gets him going.
Jake Browning now 17 out of 24. So he has completed 71% of his passes today. Here comes the approach, and Evan McPherson kicks it deep. It will not be returned by Kene Nwanwu.
The Minnesota Vikings have done a good job on first down. First down has been a money down for the Vikings. They put themselves in good position on many, many drives with multiple strong efforts on first down. Let's see if the Bengals can slam the door right away on this first down.
Listen to this crowd in the jungle. The video board flashes the words "Get loud." They are responding, trying to make a difference. Nick Mullins under center on 1st and 10 from the 25. He turns right. He hands it off to Chandler. Sam Hubbard was there.
Nice.
And Chandler is tackled after a 2-yard gain.
Sam Hubbard is as good a run defender at defensive end as there is in the National Football League. He sets an unbelievably strong edge for the Cincinnati Bengals and Lou Anarumo's defensive football team.
Hubbard stopped the play, and then Josh Tupou polished off the tackle. 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings. Clock running, 14:25 left in regulation. Minnesota up by 7. Mullins under center. 2 receivers go out to the right, including Justin Jefferson. Mullins back to throw. He's going to fire it deep into double coverage, and it's broken up. Intended for Justin Jefferson. Dax Hill and Mike Hilton were back there for Cincinnati.
That was a courageous throw. That's a lot of confidence in Justin Jefferson, but the Cincinnati Bengals were like, nah, baby, nah. Dax Hill closed a lot of ground. Mike Hilton had him in man coverage down the football field underneath. Dax Hill playing basically a zone deep, breaks on Jefferson over the top, knocks it away.
The Bengals bring in their dime defense again. Jalen Davis and Nick Scott on the field. 3rd down and 8. You can barely hear yourself think. Look out for Hawkinson on this play. Clock goes to 0.
No.
5-yard penalty on the Vikings. Credit the crowd for forcing that delay of game.
Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Well, he had a flinch. It was either flinch or delay a game. I mean, that's why he probably flinched. He knew the play clock was expiring, and they called Darius off for the false start, and Trey Hendrickson was coming off that edge hard.
3rd down and 13 for the Vikings at their own 22-yard line. Justin Jefferson out to the left. He's the only receiver on that side. 3 receivers out to the right, including the tight end, 2-time Pro Bowler T.J. Hawkinson. Nick Mullins catches the shotgun snap, has lots of time, throws short, caught by Hawkinson, and tackled well short of the marker by Logan Wilson.
Nice shot by Logan Wilson, saying there's not going to be any journey after the reception. You're going to the ground. Catch, nothing. Punt the football away.
Charlie Jones back to return around the 23-yard line. He ran a punt back for a touchdown in the Bengals home opener against the Baltimore Ravens, an 81-yard run back. Right now he's standing about 79 yards away from the end zone. Right, puts his right foot into the ball. A wobbly punt. Charlie Jones inches forward, catches at the 29, fakes left, runs right, crosses the 35, and gets tackled around the 37-yard line. 41 yards on the punt, 8 yards on the return, and we have a timeout. 13 minutes, 22 seconds left in regulation. Minnesota up by 7, 17-10 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Here's a hot tip for Christmas giving. Wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Wash books make the perfect gift because almost everyone you know drives, right? Now through January 1st, buy 4 washes, get 2 free on our Ultimate Plus Ceramic, Ultimate, and Works washes. You can buy wash books online at mikescarwash.com or at any of Mike's 39 locations. Buy 4 washes, get 2 free on our top 3 washes. Wash books from Mike's Car Wash for the drivers you love. Open daily 7 to 9.
Are you ready to go all in on the NFL's next big game? With On Location, you get it all. All the access, all the exclusives, all the VIP experiences you want all season long. From 50-yard line seats at Super Bowl 58 in Vegas to VIP pre-games, post-games, and everything in between, it's all yours when you're on location. Check out our VIP experiences lineup at NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. That's NFLOnLocation.com or search NFL On Location. Go all in on location.
Whenever you're feeling good and hungry, it's Skyline time.
The holidays are all about family and food. That's what we do best at Skyline. Gather together with family and friends at your favorite neighborhood Skyline and enjoy those delicious conies and ways today. Happy holidays from your friends at Skyline Chili.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
There's one thing I love more than sports, and that's the place where I watch my sports. Wings and Rings, of course. Club level experience, a chef-inspired menu, and the most crave-worthy wings. 12 Cincinnati locations. Wings and Rings, an official sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals.
If you haven't finished shopping for the Bengals fan on your Christmas list, it's not too late. You can shop the Bengals Pro Shop 7 days a week on the North Plaza level of Paycor Stadium every day from 10 to 5, or you can shop online anytime at Bengals.com. Big drive coming up for the Bengals. They're down by 7, 13:22 to go, and they'll begin from their own 37-yard line. The last time the Bengals had the ball, they went 75 yards on 8 plays for a touchdown. Jake Browning has passed for 153 yards. The Bengals have only rushed for 56 today. Joe Mixon is the running back on 1st and 10. T. Higgins motions left to right. Browning fakes to Mixon. Now throws to Mixon. Caught at the 37, runs to the 40. And a defender takes his legs out from under him. That was Ivan Pace making the tackle at the 44-yard line.
That was a Bill Walsh special right there. Bill Walsh was famous back in the 70s when he was here in Cincinnati and obviously in San Francisco. Play action pass, fake to a back, throw the football to the back that you just faked to. Defense has a tendency to just let the guy go. They lose track of him.
Solid 7-yard gain on 1st down. It is 2nd down and 3. Browning catches the shotgun snap, hands it off Mixon, trying to run wide to the left, gets a block on the edge.
Baby.
He's at the 50, the 45 of Minnesota, and Bynum will shove him out of bounds at the 46 of the Vikings.
Man, Tyler Boyd treated Byron Murphy real bad. Tyler Boyd on the edge was securing the edge. He was throwing some shots on that edge.
A 10-yard run for Joe Mixon. And the Bengals are in Vikings territory.
Man, Tyler Boyd just lit it up on the perimeter. That's outstanding effort blocking and sealing the edge.
1st and 10 from the 46 of Minnesota. Browning catches the shotgun snap. Fires over the middle, caught by T. Higgins, and he'll be pulled down at the 32. Listen to this crowd yell T as T hauls in a beautiful throw from Jake Browning.
Think of the day T could have had now if he caught the first pass of the game and if that pass he caught wasn't overturned. I mean, his numbers would be crazy.
He's got 2 catches for 27 yards, including a 13-yard touchdown. The Bengals have it at the 32 of Minnesota. Got a running clock with 11:33 to go, and the Bengals down by 7. Browning in the gun, Mixon to his left. Browning has the football, throws the screen out to the right, and it's knocked down by Wanham. Wanham was coming from the edge. He just timed it perfectly, jumped up and swatted it away.
I've seen instances where defensive linemen do that and the ball sticks in their hands and all of a sudden it's going the other way with an interception, but Wanham just took it right down to the turf. Jake Browning, I mean, it was a hot potato. As soon as he caught the football, it was out. It was out of his hand. Wanham was in a perfect spot.
It was going to be a screen pass to Tyler Boyd, and obviously the ball never got to the target.
Yep.
Stops the clock with 11:24 left in the 4th. Tanner Hudson in. He'll go out widest to the right. There are 3 receivers on that side, and he's the one that's outside the numerals. Browning back to throw, backpedaling. He lobs it way up in the air, and he throws it out of bounds.
And now the officials are looking at each other like, is there a receiver in the area? And here's a flag. Here's a late flag. Intentional grounding.
Offense number 6.
Yep.
Spot foul. Lost it down. 3rd down.
And it was politicked pretty well by Harrison Phillips. It's like, there's no receiver in that area. He's just throwing it away.
So it's the equivalent of a sack. And just like that, it's 3rd down and 20. Joe Mixon out. Drew Sample in. Sample almost certainly line up in the backfield to block for Browning. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins go out to the right. Tyler Boyd goes out to the left. From the Vikings 43. 7 defenders up over the ball. Browning drops back to throw. 4 come after him. Browning fires downfield.
Nice.
Caught by Chase. He's got a first down at the 19 of Minnesota. Jake Browning putting it right on the money for Jamar Chase.
I'll tell you, that was a great route combination. I mean, they had the protection. Start with that. That was outstanding. The Vikings have 7. 1 drops out, showing 6. They rush 4. 2 more drop. They can't get back to the middle of the football field because they were in double A gap position, Dan. Too much ground to cover. Browning made him pay.
1st and 10 in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Trenton Irwin is checked into the game. He's one of 2 receivers out to the left. Jake Browning back to throw. Browning throws short. Crossing route caught by Mitchell Wilcox. And he's going to run for a first down as he makes it inside the 10. Well, they're going to mark it a little bit short. It'll be 2nd and less than a yard.
Low red zone for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase checks into the football game. And checking out of the football game is Trenton Irwin.
By the way, if you're interested in the battle between Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, Jefferson has 65 receiving yards. Chase has 64. That seems appropriate.
No doubt.
And now they have given Wilcox the first down, so it's 1st and goal at the 9. They gave him a better spot than they initially did. Higgins and Chase out to the right. Browning in the shotgun. Mixon in the backfield to his left from the 9-yard line. Inside handoff. Mixon swerving inside the 5 and running hard down to the 3. 2nd and goal coming up.
First red zone opportunity, settle for the field goal. Second red zone opportunity, punching in for a touchdown. And of course, the T. Higgins touchdown catch. Third red zone opportunity, what will happen?
9.5 minutes to go. The Bengals down by 7, but they are 3 yards away from the end zone. Browning barking out instructions to Chase. He's going to send him to the right. Jamar had initially lined up to the left. From the 3-yard line, Browning in the gun, back at the 8. He hands it to Mixon. Mixon almost got in, but not quite. He's inside the 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from inside the 1.
Pretty good job up front. Offensive line giving Joe Mixon creases, opportunities, and he's capitalizing.
The Bengals will bring in 2 tight ends, Mitchell Wilcox and Tanner Hudson. Tyler Boyd comes out. Joe Mixon comes out. Now Mixon will stay in, and Jamar Chase will come out. The Vikings will bring in an extra defensive tackle, Jaquayan Roy. Browning under center. They try the tush-push, shoving Browning toward the end zone. The officials come charging in. They'll try to look under the pile and see where the ball is.
They're rocking it 4th down, just short. He's got the fist up.
So Browning did not get in. It is 4th down, inside the 1. And we'll see if the Bengals try that again or something else. The nose of the ball is probably 3 or 4 inches from the white stripe of the Vikings end zone. The Bengals are going to go for it down by 7. This could be the game right here.
Tight ends come out, receivers back in, Boyd and Chase.
Browning's going to be in the shotgun. Joe Mixon to his right. Everybody bunched in tight. They hand it to Mixon. He gets hit. Tries to get in.
Baby,
a double effort. And does. The second effort gives the Bengals the touchdown as Joe Mixon spikes the ball triumphantly. After taking it in, he got hit by Ivan Pace in between the 1 and the 2. Bounced off him, kept fighting, and got in.
He was not going to be denied. Joe Mixon said, I'm going to do anything that it takes to get this ball over the goal line. And he got, Pace hit him like clean coming downhill. Joe Mixon bounced off of him, kept his balance, and just, stretched and lurched forward into the end zone. What an effort by Joe Mixon.
That is a tremendous touchdown run.
Unreal.
Now the extra point to try to tie the score. The snap, the placement, the kick is on its way. It is perfect. And the Bengals have erased a 14-point deficit in the 4th quarter to tie the game. That touchdown coming on 4th and goal from inside the 1, and that means it's a 4th down conversion presented by the law offices of Blake Maisland. We start over, tied at 17 with 7:46 to go in regulation. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Cincinnati Bengals and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you are cheering on the Bengals at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat, so you can make sure to have the best view. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bengals.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit Bengals.com/broadcast for date, time, and station.
Hi, Bengals fans. Dan Hoard here. It's important to work with local companies you feel comfortable with. That's why professional contractors rely on Win Supply, Win Nelson, and Win Electric locations here in the Tri-State. Locally owned and operated, Win Supply offers leading brands like A.O. Smith water heaters and Delta Faucet Company residential and commercial products to get the job done right. Order online at winsupply.com or any of our Win Supply locations in Greater Cincinnati. The Win Supply family of companies are proud supporters of your Cincinnati Bengals.
Hello and welcome to The Kroger Show. At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to saving big. Because when you order online through the Kroger app, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery that you do in-store with no hidden fees or markups. Best of all, you'll know when items in your cart have a coupon, so you never miss a deal. So whether you're a delivery lover, picker-upper, or you shop in-store, you'll always save big at Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The jungle is roaring. We're ready for the game. Fifth Third, your hometown bank. Can't wait to see a big-time win from your hometown team. Hoard from the official bank of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, that is accurate. The jungle is roaring as the Bengals have scored 2 touchdowns in the first 7.5 minutes of the 4th quarter and erased a 17-3 deficit. A 1-yard touchdown run by Joe Mixon. A tremendous 1-yard touchdown run has tied the game. And the big play on that drive, 3rd and 21. Jake Browning threads the needle to Jamar Chase for a 24-yard gain. McPherson kicks off, and he boots it through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Last time the Vikings had the ball, the Bengals defense got a 3-and-out. See if they can do it again or maybe even take the ball away.
Ivan Pace, 5'10", 230-plus pounds of him, came downhill unblocked. And, man, Joe Mixon got hit by him. Joe Mixon got staggered, but kept his balance, just moved to the outside a little bit, lurched forward, count it.
Nick Mullins under center on 1st and 10. Ty Chandler 7 yards behind him from the 25-yard line. It's a play-action fake. Here's a throw, and who else? Justin Jefferson extending the arms way up over his head to make the catch, and he has a first down at the 43-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't care if you're a starting quarterback, a backup quarterback, a high school quarterback. When you have the weapons that both of these football teams have at the wide receiver position, it makes a monstrous difference, man. They present themselves as available targets every snap.
7 catches, 84 yards for Justin Jefferson. That one went for a gain of 19. 1st and 10 from the 44, 7:09 to go. Stretch run to the right, and the Bengals will make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Great sidelines to sideline pursuit by Jermaine Pratt to make that stop.
Yeah, and coming downhill was Dax Hill, appropriately. Dax Hill came off the edge as well. He was the first contact, and then Pratt finished it off. Kind of a high-low action between the two of them. Good effort.
Pratt trying to get the ball out, as he always does. Good job by Ty Chandler of the Vikings to hold on. Mullins in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. 6.5 minutes to go, tied at 17. Mullins catches the shotgun snap, sets up a screen. Intercepted! Baby. Jermaine Pratt makes the quarterback miss.
Nope.
Justin Jefferson can't tackle him. There's a penalty flag down at the line of scrimmage. Jermaine Pratt took it to the house, but the Vikings are saying it's coming back.
Well, you got Hendrickson was offside. Trey got a jump, and he got a jump, I thought, too early. I think this one is going to be nullified, unfortunately.
Offside. Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second half.
Ooh, that's a killer.
Yo.
So a pick six by Jermaine Pratt that would have given the Bengals the lead with 6:21 to go is wiped out by an offside penalty.
Man. And Trey's, I don't know if he's saying the tackle moved. He was looking at the side judge and saying, like, I moved on movement, but he was definitely early before the snap of the football. I don't know if he was drawn or not, but he was in the neutral zone and passed it.
That makes it 2nd down and 5, and the Vikings have the ball at their own 49-yard line. That would have been the 3rd interception of the day for Nick Mullins. He's in the shotgun, 3 receivers in a bunch out to the left, Hawkinson out to the right. Mullins waits for the shotgun snap. He has the ball. He hands it off to Chandler. Chandler will run for the 1st down. He gets tackled at the Cincinnati 44-yard line. Sam Hubbard with the stop.
Trey is still talking to the side judge. He's saying that the tackle is tripping him. He said that he keeps pointing that Darisaw is tripping him.
The Vikings fake a handoff. Here's a pass. It is caught. And Jordan Addison gets shoved out of bounds by DJ Turner, close to another Minnesota 1st down. He's a little bit short at the Cincinnati 36.
Trey Henderson comes off the field in the rotation. And in the football game, giving him a blow is Miles Murphy.
2nd down and 1 for the Vikings. 5.5 minutes to go. Minnesota driving, looking for a go-ahead score after the pick 6 by Pratt was taken off the board. Mullins under center. He takes the snap. He hands it off. Chandler has the 1st down, and he will be gang tackled at the Cincinnati 31-yard line. DJ Turner got there first. DJ Turner a little bit slow to get up, but he's on his feet.
Yeah, DJ Turner is a player that was on the injury report, went limited a couple of times this week at practice with an ankle injury. Maybe, dealing with that issue a little bit today.
Vikings break the huddle. Mullins says something to his running back, Ty Chandler, before moving under center. Addison goes in motion. He's out to the right in the slot. Mullins fakes a screen to him, hands it to Chandler.
Whoa.
Look out, he's at the 20, 15,
Whoa.
10, 5. Tackled just short of the goal line by DJ Turner. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, I'll tell you, these two youngsters battling, and Turner can run, and Chandler almost took it to the house. I mean, there's so much speed in the National Football League. It's like a track meet out here watching these guys. And Chandler split the defense, basically, and the rookies catch him before he crosses the goal line, but going to have a big goal line stand right here.
1st and goal from the 1. Mullins under center. Chandler lined up behind him. Jefferson motions from left to right. Mullins sends another receiver in motion. He will look to throw. Mullins standing, now rolling to the right, being chased toward the sideline, throws it into the end zone. Caught by Addison for the touchdown.
Man.
And the Vikings have the lead with 3:48 to go.
Addison receiver, Pratt matched up with receiver, linebacker on receiver, and that's the matchup that Mullins looked for as he broke the pocket and came to the sideline and went there and put it in the end zone.
Considering that Mullins has 2 interceptions and almost had a 3rd, if not for the penalty, I'm surprised they passed on 1st and goal from the 1, but it worked.
It did, and he was gutsy to throw it the way he threw it because Pratt's coverage wasn't all that bad.
Greg Joseph will try to give the Vikings a 7-point lead. Here comes the PAT. It is good. And Minnesota leads 24-17 with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
Well, that was an answer. There's no question about that. And you talk about the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. I mean, up and down in one drive. A pick six taken off the board, and a drive by the Vikings finalized by a touchdown to Addison. Amazing.
With 6:21 to go, it briefly looked like the Bengals had the lead. Jermaine Pratt intercepting Mullins, making the quarterback miss, and then taking it into the end zone while he's being tackled by a frantic Justin Jefferson. But there was a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, guilty of being offsides according to the officials, gave the Vikings another chance, and they take full advantage to go up by 7 with 3:48 to go. A 7-play, 75-yard drive. Joseph ready to kick it off. Travion Williams standing at the goal line. The kicker approaches the ball at the 35-yard line, and here comes the kick. A low-line drive, but it's deep enough not to be returned. And the Bengals will once again begin from the 25-yard line.
What you'd like to see here is basically a 4-minute drive, 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go, and give no opportunity to the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you got 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning will be a 4th clock stoppage. Time is not the issue. Execution will be the issue, and the Bengals have to put it in the end zone.
If the Bengals lose this game, a 131-yard rushing performance by Ty Chandler will be a big reason.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10 from the 25, here comes a blitz. Browning throws, caught by Tanner Hudson, secures the ball and goes to the ground with a first down at the 38-yard line. 13 yards on the play. Good job by Browning to get rid of it quickly just before being hit.
He did, and it was Harrison Smith, I believe, that came on a blitz, and Browning has done that a few times today. He stayed in the pocket and till the last instant, gotten rid of the football knowing he was going to get blown up.
He's thrown for 221 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 1st and 10 Bengals. Shotgun snap to Browning. Jake pump fakes, now running backward, begins to run toward the sideline, floats a pass, caught by Mixon, and he stumbles and goes down without being hit at the 41-yard line. Gain of 3.
Turf monster got him. But still, that's a heads-up play by Jake Browning and Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon in blitz pickup does a good job, and then he gets pushed to the side. He releases immediately, thinking, you know what? If Jake's in trouble, I'm going to make myself an outlet, and he did.
The Bengals are 58 yards away from a touchdown that could force overtime. They are not moving at a rapid pace. They don't want to give the Vikings the ball back. We're down to 2:31 to go. 2nd down and 6 officially for the Bengals. Shotgun snap to Browning. Jake throws left. Tyler Boyd makes the catch. He's got the first down and gets body slammed out of bounds at midfield. They'll give him the 49 of Minnesota. Byron Murphy with the hit. And the Bengals are in Vikings territory with 2:22 to go.
They blew that. The Vikings absolutely lost track of Tyler Boyd. He was all by his lonesome. Easy completion for Jake Browning.
Rookie Chase Brown will check in. Joe Mixon comes out. Trenton Irwin goes out wide to the right. Andre Yosivash out to the left. Interesting personnel group in there. Tyler Boyd motions out to the right. 1st and 10 from the 49 of Minnesota. Shotgun snap to handoff. Chase Brown. Grabbed by Ivan Pace. And rookie tackles rookie at the 46 of Minnesota after gain of 3.
Jamar Chase is at the Bengals bench being looked at by medical people. Now, he had the ankle problem. He was very, very minimal practice time this week because of that ankle injury he got on the first catch that he made in last week's football game, and he's working it on the sideline now.
We've hit the 2-minute warning, and it looks like Jamar Chase might be walking toward the locker room for further examination. The score, Minnesota 24, Cincinnati 17. 2 minutes left in regulation on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Bud Light was brewed to be a delicious and easy-to-drink beer, even when the little things in life are hard. Like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it, and a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, Bengals fans. Dan Hoard here. It's important to work with local companies you feel comfortable with. That's why professional contractors rely on Win Supply, Win Nelson, and Win Electric locations here in the Tri-State. Locally owned and operated, Win Supply offers leading brands like A.O. Smith water heaters and Delta Faucet Company residential and commercial products to get the job done right. Order online at winsupply.com or any of our Win Supply locations in Greater Cincinnati. The Win Supply family of companies are proud supporters of your Cincinnati Bengals.
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat, so you can put that on everything.
Like buffalo wings.
Everything.
Buffalo nachos.
Everything.
Buffalo mac and cheese?
Yes, and also things that don't start with buffalo. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Houday Nation, Power Up Premium Trail Mix is the best trail mix in the jungle. At Power Up, we keep things uncomplicated and uncompromising, using fresh premium ingredients straight from Mother Nature. Power up your next tailgate with the official trail mix of the Cincinnati Bengals. Available at your neighborhood Kroger.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedeldc.com.
2 minutes to go here on the First Down Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Minnesota 24, Cincinnati 17. The Bengals are 46 yards away from a possible tying touchdown, but it looks like they will have to try to get it without Jamar Chase, who walked to the locker room with a member of the training staff at the 2-minute warning.
You wonder if that ankle problem that he had last week and dealt with treatment during the course of this week cropped up again and exacerbated itself.
4 catches, 64 yards in the game for Jamar today. Big play coming up, 2nd down and 7 at the 46-yard line of Minnesota. Jake Browning in the shotgun. He is 24 out of 33, 73% today. 6 defenders up on the line for the Vikings. Ivan Pace gesturing. Shotgun snap to Browning. Jake from the pocket fires a fastball. Caught by T. Higgins, extending those long arms to haul it in for a first down at the 33. Cam Bynum with the stop.
And Jake Browning took a shot, went to the turf once again. He has been courageous in the pocket time and time again. T. Higgins took a shot after the reception of that football and held on as well from Bynum.
The clock running, 1:31 to go. Browning catches a shotgun snap, screens it out to the right. It is caught, and it's going to be a decent pickup. Charlie Jones with just the 2nd catch of his rookie year, and he runs it down to the 27-yard line of Minnesota. The clock running, 1:14 to go.
Hunter, has done his film study. He knows the Bengals are a real good screen team, and that time took 2 steps up the football field, pivoted, and just sprinted to cover the screen.
6 yards on the play. It is 2nd down and 4. Shotgun snap, blitz coming. Browning floats it high and deep for T. Higgins, but it's thrown out of bounds, incomplete. The Vikings had more guys coming than the Bengals could block, and Browning's deep ball for T. Higgins was thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, he basically didn't want to. You don't want to take a sack here, that's for sure. And he made sure that he got that football out of bounds and not in any sort of jeopardy whatsoever, and nowhere near an intentional grounding.
The Bengals have 2 plays to gain 4 yards to stay alive in this game. It is 3rd down and 4 at the 27 of Minnesota. 56 seconds left in regulation. The Bengals down by 7. 8 defenders over the ball for the Vikings. They're moving around and shifting. Shotgun snap. It's a 4-man rush. Now 5. Short throw. Andre Josivac with the catch. And the rookie from Princeton lowers his right shoulder into a defender, Mekhi Blackman, and shoves him backward to pick up a first down at the 21.
Remember, Blackman's the guy, 5'11", 176 pounds. Not a big man out there in that football field. And Higgins towered over him on the catch that was overruled, and that time the power of Josivac showed up.
50 seconds to go, 21 yards away from a possible tying TD. The Bengals have all 3 of their timeouts left. 2-by-2 formation. Shotgun snap. Quick pass. Nearly picked off. Harrison Smith, a safety, was playing right up on the line. Got his hand on that pass right away, tipped it up in the air, but could not intercept it.
Yeah, instead of a big old edge rush defensive lineman, it was a savvy veteran safety, multiple-time Pro Bowler coming off the edge unblocked, and he got the left hand on it and almost tipped it to himself.
Defensive coordinator Brian Flores is not going to be conservative from here. Expect pressure on Jake Browning. 3 receivers in a bunch out to the right. 48 seconds left in regulation on 2nd and 10. Browning scrambling right, in trouble, throws it off his back foot toward the end zone. T. Higgins wins a jump ball for the football. It's a touchdown. An incredible catch by T. Higgins, and the Bengals have scored with 39 seconds to go. I can't believe what T. Higgins just did.
Unreal. I mean, Jake Browning to put it in the area, and then Higgins catches it at the 1 and just throws it back without losing control of it. He just swoops his arm over his head, and the ball crosses the goal line, and the Bengals get a tying touchdown. It's going to be reviewed. There's 39 seconds to go. They're reviewing it now from the booth down, but it looks like it's going to stand.
As he was being tackled at the 1 and being taken out of bounds, he took the football, twirled it behind his back where he couldn't see, and basically held it over the pylon for the score.
Absolutely, and it's good, and it's going to the extra point here to tie it up.
Crucial extra point for Evan McPherson to tie the game with 39 seconds to go. His kick is up, and it is good.
Yes.
And we are even with 39 seconds remaining. Jake Browning driving the Bengals to 3 straight touchdown drives in the 4th quarter as the Bengals have tied it again.
And how about the Bengals going on a 4-minute drive, basically, like we talked about, and not having to utilize a timeout in so doing? I mean, the 2-minute warning stopped the clock. Yosivas got out of bounds to stop the clock. They executed that drive to perfection and finalized by a heads-up play by T. Higgins. What an effort. What an athlete to be able to pull that off.
Jake Browning has thrown for 199 yards in the second half, 280 in the game, and he's thrown passes to 11 different receivers today.
And he's completing over 70% still, I would imagine?
72%.
Unreal. Unbelievable. I mean, the beat goes on for Jake Browning.
It is obviously not over yet. 39 seconds to go. The Vikings have all of their timeouts remaining, and they have Justin Jefferson. Evan McPherson ready to kick it off from the 35-yard line. 24-all is the score. The approach, the right-footed kick. A high spinning end-over-end kick, and Wanwu will not return. Nick Mullins, in his first start since 2021, will try to lead the Vikings far enough for a game-winning field goal try with 39 seconds to go.
I mean, you talk about a throw, like a desperation throw from Jake Browning, and T. Higgins said, no problem, I'm here to answer it for you. I'm here to make the play. Contested catch extraordinaire.
2 touchdown catches in the 4th quarter for T. Higgins. The crowd trying to be the 12th man with 39 seconds to go. Nick Mullins will be in the shotgun. Justin Jefferson, one of 3 receivers out to the right. From the 25-yard line, Mullins drops back to throw.
Finish.
Under pressure,
Yeah.
Hendrickson sacks him at the 17-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson always finds a way to atone for a mistake.
First yard timeout. Cincinnati.
Trey Hendrickson now with 15 sacks this season. That is a new career high for Trey. And since sacks have been an official statistic, that is a Bengals record.
Right.
The Bengals in their record book credit Coy Bacon with 22 back in 1976, but sacks were not officially recognized back then.
He had 2 5-sack games in that season. Coy Bacon did. And I can honestly say I've seen a lot of great pass rushers. He's the greatest I've ever seen.
33 seconds to go, a 7-yard loss on that sack. Mullins in the shotgun. He catches at the 12. Short drop, screen pass. Ty Chandler running to the 20. And Sam Hubbard retraces his steps. I'll make that Cam Sample, and he makes the tackle at the 22-yard line. And another timeout is called by Cincinnati. The Bengals are trying to give themselves a chance to get the ball back in regulation.
Well, we knew this was going to be a dogfight because the Minnesota Vikings, 12 of the 13 games this season have been decided by a touchdown or less. They don't blow people out. They don't get blown out. So it's appropriate. We have a tie game with less than a half a minute to go.
Jamar Chase, by the way, has a right shoulder injury. His return is questionable.
Oh, boy.
26 seconds left in regulation. 3rd down and 13 for the Vikings. Cincinnati will rush 3 and cover with 8. Mullins now moving up in the pocket. He will try to run. Middle of the field, goes into a slide, and the Bengals can call a timeout with 19 seconds left. Cincinnati will get the ball back. The question is where?
Yeah.
And they don't have any timeouts remaining. Go all out for the block punt?
Yeah, I mean, I think Darren Simmons is probably talking about that right now. Just make sure you do not run into or rough the kicker. Particularly rough. Don't rough the kicker.
Charlie Jones goes back to return, and he will be waiting around the 25-yard line with 19 seconds to go. 24-all is the score. The Bengals could be headed to overtime for the second time in 3 weeks. They beat Jacksonville 2 weeks ago, 34-31. This game dead even at 24. Ryan Wright catches the long snap, gets off the punt. Charlie Jones moving forward. He calls for a fair catch. His own man ran into him. The Bengals, thankfully, come away with the ball.
Man.
There's a penalty flag down, so that would indicate it wasn't his own man, and that could give Cincinnati a good drive start.
And boy, he's hurting. Charlie's hurt. He's still down.
Najee Thompson was the player who hit Charlie Jones. The medical staff has come out to look at Charlie, but this could give Cincinnati the ball close to midfield.
Yeah, that
10 seconds left in the half.
That is a cheap one there. That's a cheap shot taken by Thompson.
So
I guess
Charlie was hit at full speed as he was calling for a fair catch before the ball arrived.
Now Thompson pushed the deep.
There was no foul for kick interference. The defender was blocked into the receiver.
So my initial thought was that Charlie Jones got hit by his own man, and that was the case because the gunner for the Vikings pushed DJ Turner into Charlie Jones, and credit Andre Yosivash for coming up with a loose ball.
The teammate was blocked into the receiver.
The teammate was pushed into the receiver. Yeah, that's there's no question about that. That is honestly, that's a heads-up play by Thompson. Not very popular, but it's a heads-up play. It's totally within the rule book, and Charlie Jones is working his way off the football field under his own power.
Charlie's on his feet. And with 10 seconds to go and no timeouts, backed up now to their own 20, I would imagine the Bengals will take a knee, try to win this game in overtime.
The thing is, Yosivash, the ball never hit anybody. It would have been down. If Minnesota went and touched it, the Bengals would have lost more yards, would have been down at that spot.
So the Bengals take a knee. The final 10 seconds will run off the clock. And we are headed to overtime, tied up at 24. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Cloudy and cool, then rain overnight and throughout midday tomorrow. Low near 40, high tomorrow near 50. From your home of the best Bengals coverage, 700 WLW Cincinnati.
Quite a fourth quarter for the Cincinnati Bengals. They trailed 17-3 heading to the fourth. Scored a couple of quick touchdowns to tie the game at 17, then gave one up to fall behind by 7 again and rallied to tie it. 3 possessions, 3 touchdown drives engineered by Jake Browning in the fourth quarter. His backup, A.J. McCarron, will go out for the coin toss to determine who gets the ball first in OT, with a chance to win it outright by scoring a touchdown.
Great job, gentlemen, so far. We're going to play one modified sudden death period for a maximum of 10 minutes. Both teams will have an opportunity to possess the ball unless there's a defensive score or a touchdown. All right? Fourth quarter timing rules. All replays are upstairs. Both teams has 2 timeouts. Any questions? Minnesota, you're still the visitors.
Tails.
You can still call tails. It is heads. You want the ball. Which way do you want to kick? Turn around. Cincinnati, we will see first. Good luck, gentlemen.
So the Bengals will get the ball to begin overtime, and if Jake Browning can take them down the field and score a touchdown, it's over.
Yep.
The Vikings would not get the ball under those circumstances in a regular season game.
And I think I saw Jamar Chase on the sideline with no equipment on. No helmet, no shoulder pads. He just had on a hooded jacket. So he is not playing the rest of this football game, and you wonder how severe that shoulder injury is. I mean, you see Joe Burrow down there, and you see Jamar Chase down there, and it's like, man, DJ Reader not available anymore. I mean, this has been a tough football game with respect to injury.
Well, I mentioned that the Bengals won in overtime a couple of weeks ago. As for the Minnesota Vikings, they have not played an overtime game so far this year.
Nope.
Almost went to overtime last week. Their game was scoreless with 2 minutes to go in Las Vegas, and they kicked a field goal to win it 3-0.
Yeah, they lost by 2 to Chicago and won by 3 at Las Vegas. I mean, they've been in their share of close football games. They haven't played overtime, but they've been in some tight ones.
These 2 backup quarterbacks have thrown for 280 yards in Jake Browning's case with a passer rating of 98.2 and 283 yards in Nick Mullins' case with a passer rating of 99.3. Greg Joseph will kick it off. Travion Williams waits at the goal line. Vikings have 142 rushing yards in the game. The Bengals only have 77. That is the one area where Minnesota has outshone Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's put 24 points on the board against Brian Flores' defense. Only 4 other teams this year have done that. I mean, that's not that's an achievement. They don't give up 20 points very often. It's a very, very salty defense in terms of allowing points on the board.
And in this game, they gave up 21 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Here comes the approach and the kickoff from Joseph. A low line drive. Travion Williams will not catch it. And the Bengals will start from the 25-yard line. Can Jake Browning march the Bengals 75 yards to end it right here? We'll see. Jamar Chase is out. Trenton Irwin will be in as one of the wide receivers. Irwin will go out to the left. T. Higgins out to the right. Double tight ends in for Cincinnati. Drew Sample and Mitchell Wilcox. Joe Mixon is the running back on 1st and 10. From the 25-yard line, Browning catches the shotgun snap, fakes to Mixon, looks around, begins scrambling left. Browning squares his shoulders, gets away from Wanham, and runs for a few yards. No, actually, he's out of bounds short of the 25, so it'll be a 1-yard loss and a sack.
And that's a tough sack for the offensive line to take. I can tell you that from experience, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, as the old saying goes. Jamar Chase is on the sideline. He's got looks like a harness type thing on that right shoulder.
Tyler Boyd and Tanner Hudson check in. 2nd down and 11 Bengals at their own 24 in overtime. Browning pump fakes, in trouble. Jake Browning will be sacked. And they are going to mark it down at the 17-yard line. So back-to-back sacks. Jonathan Bullard gets credit for that one. And on their first 2 plays of overtime, the Bengals go from their own 25 back to the 17.
The Vikings rushed 4, dropped 7 in the first snap. They rushed 5, dropped 6 on the second snap. What are they going to do on third down? He's increasing the number of people attacking the quarterback.
T. Higgins goes out to the right. Browning ready for the shotgun snap. He catches the ball. He's back to throw. It's a deep drop. Browning in trouble. Gets away from a sack. Jake looking downfield. Flings it for T. Higgins.
Oh.
T can't make the catch. Calling for a pass
flag.
interference penalty. There is none. No flag.
Oh, Zach's he's hot.
Zach Taylor out on the playing surface.
He's hot.
Arguing there should have been a flag, but there is none.
Oh, man, they just showed the replay. And, I mean, T. Higgins, I mean, he got grabbed well before the arrival of the football. That should have been a flag.
It's about as angry as we have ever seen Zach Taylor.
Evans was all over him. Evans was grabbing him, I mean, well before the arrival of the football. Never even turned to find the football.
So now Brad Robbins is standing at his own 2-yard line getting ready to punt. Brandon Powell back to return. The rookie's punt, a good punt. A spiral that turns over. Powell backs up, catches at the 27, runs to the 30, middle of the field, 35. Marcus Bailey is there, along with the long snapper, Cal Adamitis, to make the tackle at the 37. A 56-yard punt and a 10-yard return.
That's one of those tough plays, an official. He doesn't want to be the reason that the game's outcome was determined. I mean, he doesn't want to be the guy.
Greg Joseph has a big leg. He's made a 61-yard field goal in his career, so the Vikings are about 25 yards away from his field goal range.
So that official decided to eat the flag.
First down and 10, Minnesota from the 37-yard line. Nick Mullins is under center. Ty Chandler lined up behind. Chandler's had a big game. Jefferson motions out to the right. They fake to Chandler. Mullins throwing over the middle. A leaping catch made by Hawkinson. He gets tackled by Dax Hill at the 49-yard line.
Not a surprise they'd go to him. More catches than any other tight end in the National Football League. Dax Hill in pretty good coverage. Good throw, good catch.
295 passing yards for Nick Mullins today. 55 receiving yards on 5 catches for Hawkinson. First and 10, the Vikings at their own 49. Mullins under center. Waiting for the direct snap, he has the ball. It's a delayed handoff. Chandler hit by Awuzie. Miles Murphy is there, and the tackle is made after a 1-yard gain.
The one thing the Vikings have had problems with this year is fumbles. And they haven't really fumbled the ball today, but 23 fumbles coming in, tied for second most in the NFL. 14 fumbles lost. That's the most in the National Football League. They might be due for a fumble.
The last time these two teams played, the Vikings fumbled in overtime, and the Bengals eventually won the season opener 2 years ago. Second down and 9 from midfield. Nick Mullins will drop back to throw against a 4-man rush. His pass caught by Hawkinson. Gets away from Pratt. And he gets tackled just short of the first down. Dax Hill diving at his feet. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
That was just a good move by Hawkinson. He gave ground to gain ground on that play.
The Vikings line up quickly. They run a quarterback sneak. Timeout was called first by Cincinnati, so the play does not count. Each team gets 2 timeouts in overtime. The Bengals just used one. 6:34 to go. And the Vikings are about 10 yards away from being within very comfortable range for Greg Joseph.
Well, time to think turnover. If you're a defensive football player, second man in, be ripping at that football.
Before the Bengals called the timeout, the Vikings ran a quarterback sneak. We'll see if they try it again on 3rd down and 1 from the Cincinnati 42. Mullins will be under center. Ty Chandler lined up behind. Powell goes in motion. Now he's right behind the quarterback to push him, and it's a 1st down for Minnesota. As Mullins falls forward, at least I think it is.
It's close. The official on the Bengals sideline is looks like he's marking it a little short.
We'll have a measurement.
Wow, this one is like if there's an extra chain link on the chain gang. Man, it's crazy. It's 4th down.
Wow.
And this is where, on 4th and 1, the Minnesota Vikings are 5 for 5 this season.
Well, here comes the chain. They are going to measure.
4th and 1, if it is short. 4th and 1, they're 5 for 5. They converted 68.2% on 4th down overall, tied for second best in the NFL. And it is short.
By about 2 inches.
So they have not been stopped, and this is not even one. Like you said, it's inches. Big, massive monster play right here.
Josh Tupou checked in, but now he spins around and checks out. Bengals only have 4 defensive linemen on the field. Can the Bengals stop Minnesota on 4th down and about 2 inches in overtime at the 41-yard line?
Wouldn't you love to have DJ Reader in there for this now?
Mullins will be under center. Chandler lined up behind him. The Vikings try the push. The Bengals appear to have stopped it. Cincinnati got a great surge up front. It looks like the Vikings lost yardage. Going for the tush push. Let's see about the spot. It all comes down to the spot.
Man, I'll tell you, they got off the ball faster than the offensive linemen did. I mean, they got off. That defensive charge was unbelievable. I thought, man, is that onside? And it was.
The Bengals will take over at their own 42-yard line. An incredible job by the defense.
That's the first time all year Minnesota has been stopped on 4th and 1, and it was 4th and an inch or 2. Unbelievable. That's like another turnover, Dan. Add that to the interceptions. The 4th down stop when there's just inches to play. I mean, the guy who had the surge was Zach Carter. I mean, Zach Carter got off the football and reestablished the line of scrimmage backwards. Then all the other striped orange helmets followed suit.
They are going to measure. He's short.
Yep.
He was 2 inches short on the previous play. He's about 4 inches short now.
Yeah, he got. That was just an unbelievably timed effort by, I think it was Zach Carter. Man, did he come across the line of scrimmage like crazy.
So here we go. If the Bengals could get to about the 35-yard line of Minnesota, they would be well within the range of Evan McPherson. They start from their own 42. Their first overtime possession was disastrous. They get another chance with 6:12 to go.
Man, I'll tell you, this football team, never say die. Don't quit.
Jake Browning will be in the gun with Joe Mixon to his left. Jamar Chase not available after injuring his shoulder. T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. No, make that Andre Yosivas and Tyler Boyd go out to the left. Trenton Irwin out to the right. T. Higgins on the sideline at the moment. Irwin goes in motion, in orbit motion behind the QB. It's a handoff to Mixon, and he will be pulled down after a short gain. Got to about the 43, only picked up 1. Wadham was there for the stop.
Now you're off schedule. You got to get back on schedule. First down stand by the Minnesota Vikings defense was pretty darn good on that snap. Let's see if you can get back on schedule here on second down.
T. Higgins checks in now. He goes out to the right. 4 receivers go out to the left. The Bengals go empty on 2nd and 9 from their own 43 in overtime. Tied at 24. Shotgun snap. Browning throws up the middle. Nearly intercepted. It was thrown behind Andre Yosivas. Dangerously close to being picked off at the 50.
Oh, boy. Man. In the middle of the football field, when those balls get tipped, you hold your breath because there are so many people. There's a lot of traffic in that middle of the football field, and you hope that the ball gets to the ground safely.
3rd down and 9 coming up. 5:31 left in OT. This is the Bengals' second possession of overtime. They do not have a first down. T. Higgins out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Travion Williams in the backfield. The Vikings showing pressure. Here comes the blitz. Browning looking, scrambling to the right. Browning throwing downfield. It is caught.
Got him.
Tyler Boyd still on his feet. He's at the 20. He will be brought down inside the 15.
Nice.
He's tackled at the 13. An incredible throw in a narrow window by Jake Browning. Tyler Boyd made the catch, stayed on his feet. The Bengals convert on 3rd down and 9, and now they are well within the field goal range of Evan McPherson.
Unbelievable. Tyler Boyd goes all the way across the field. Scramble drill. He started off on the left side outside the numbers. He ends up on the right side just about 2 steps from going out of bounds in front of the Bengals bench on the opposite side of the field, and Browning found him.
45 yards to Tyler Boyd. And now we got a timeout called by Cincinnati. The Bengals use their final timeout. 4:36 left in OT. And at this point, since the Vikings have already possessed the ball, all you need is a field goal to win.
Yep.
I imagine they'll just try to position it where Evan McPherson wants it.
Yep.
And try to end it.
Yeah. Do you want right hash mark? Do you want middle of the field? You want left hash mark? In the National Football League, the hash marks aren't that far apart, but, you know, all of them have preferences, but Tyler Boyd just stayed alive. And I'm telling you, that throw that Jake Browning made between 2 defenders on the run, he is very, very gifted with his accuracy on the move.
Bengals have a 6th offensive lineman in the game, Cody Ford. Browning takes the snap, hands it to Mixon. Mixon running left. He's down to the 10. Ran it toward the left hash marks. And the clock is running with 4:24 left in overtime. Now, I suppose one other thing that you do is take some time off the clock just in case you go for a field goal and miss.
Right.
2nd and 6 coming up. The ball's at the 9-yard line of Minnesota. It's on the left hash. Browning now takes the snap, runs into the middle of the field and takes a knee. And here comes the field goal unit.
Amazing deal if they can pull this comeback off, man.
In Evan McPherson's first NFL game as a rookie 2 years ago, he beat the Vikings in overtime with a field goal from 33 yards away.
Wow.
This will be from 29 yards away, from straightaway, shorter than an extra point. Looking for the 7th walk-off field goal of his NFL career and his 2nd in a span of 3 weeks. Robbins ready to hold. The snap, the placement, the right-footed kick.
Oh, yeah.
It is good.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And the Bengals are still alive in the playoff hunt as they rally from a 14-point deficit in the 4th quarter and beat the Minnesota Vikings in overtime, 27-24.
Turnovers, Dan. They finished plus in the turnover department, plus they had a 4th down stop that was almost beyond belief. Zach Carter was incredible with his get-off on that 4th down snap defensively. Unbelievable.
Jake Browning throws for 324 yards, including a 44-yard pass in overtime on 3rd and 9 to Tyler Boyd to set up the walk-off game winner by Money Mac. Now it's time to root for the Indianapolis Colts and then the Detroit Lions, because if those 2 teams win tonight, the Bengals will climb from the 10th playoff seed to the 6th playoff seed in the AFC. 3 straight wins engineered by Jake Browning. And the Bengals win it today, 27-24. Stay tuned for the postgame show coming up here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.